Recreation and Leisure Sports Centre, I should say, in Christchurch, Ototahi. It is Rapid League round 15, and it is rapid by name, rapid by nature for this game between the Canterbury Rams and the Auckland Tuatara in town on a doubleheader weekend for them. The Rams looking for a win here, and as we know, points count towards the NZNBL ladder, which is going to be crucial for teams coming into the final few games of the regular season, the NZNBL. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. Casey, the Tuatara have been excellent all season in Rapid League.
They certainly have, and every point does matter. It matters a little less for Tuatara because they have been so good. Their points percentage is crazy. As we take a look at the round fixtures and results, the Giants started things off on Wednesday with a big win over the Airs before the Nuggets held back the Hawks on their home court. The Tuatara getting ever closer to locking down the Rapid League Championship with a double-digit win over the Jets. The Sharks can't get things done on the home court as the Hawks bounce back before the Phi keep pace with the Tuatara just a couple of losses behind them in second place. Today we've got, of course, the Rams and Tuatara upcoming before we close things off with the Bulls and the Airs this afternoon.
Here's how the Rapid League standings look. Yeah, the Tuatara, excellent, great points difference percentage, and they have been one of the best teams all season long. The Phi, second, they've been excellent. That might just help them in the end in the NZNBL ladder.
Yeah, it certainly has the opportunity to get them in there, as it does the Giants. A little bit further back, but on the other end of the standings, we see the teams that can't get to the top of the ladder in the Rapid League, but still going for those points because there are 5 teams right there in the mix for the NZNBL Final 6.
Starting 5 for the Tuatara: Josh Wiley, Dylan Wilkie, Casey Ioane, Matthew Dalton, and Josh Ledger. And their away grey strips with the Auckland Harbour Bridge connecting the isthmus of Tamaki Makaurau. Your starting 5 for the Rams: Gus Dello, Marco Sula, Miller Newton, Ihaka Kate, and William Patton. And they're in their home red. Gus Dello, former Tuatara player as well. And this is how they look head to head coming into this game. And the Canterbury Rams, you would say, a victim of their own success when it's come to Rapid League. They've been excellent through the last few seasons, but just with age group representation and different teams taking away some of their better bench players, they have been struggling this season.
Have lost several players to the NCAA college system as well, a lot of international basketball, and of course there's the fact that they've been injury prone, so quite some of their better players have moved up into the starting lineup of the NZNBL. That said, still a team that can put pressure and get the victory even against this Tuatara squad.
Patton and Ledger jump it up, and it'll be Gus Dello who controls the tip for the Rams. And we start this round 15 matchup of Rapid League.
Tuatara have been doing it with defense all season long. Got a nice strong drive that time right off the bat from Miller Newton, who's really lifted his scoring since getting a chance in the Rapid League. Beautiful crossover there, gets to the cup, the contact from Ledger behind. Yeah, it's definitely you, Josh Ledger. You hit him in that left arm on the back, still counts as contact.
Yeah, Miller Newton at the line, 11 points, 2 rebounds, over an assist a game on average. Really good stats for Rapid League. Coming into this one, Miller Newton had a season high 12 against the Sharks. And he's played with the New Zealand under-18 select team in April this year. Went to China, won the under-20s this season with Canterbury as well, averaged close to 16. And they get the offensive rebound, do the Canterbury Rams.
Miller Newton somehow gets his own. Instead of taking the easy shot, looks off. Fortunate the Rams were able to keep it together.
Dallo stops, fades, misses. And here come the Rams. Ioane up ahead. An excellent pace.
Matty Dalton.
Matty D getting to the cup with ease.
He played so well in the Tuatara's last Rapid League game this round against the Jets and is picking up right where he left off. Has lifted his physicality and his finishing ability as this season has gone along.
Dallo stepped out just on the bump there.
And it's Wiley who's able to come and force him off that line. And does a nice job of not getting screened on that handoff. So often, defensively guards, they look to go underneath or avoid that contact. Shoot right at that shoulder. Don't give the player you're guarding any space to get through.
And then a foul there as Ioane crossed over half court.
Speaking of no space to get through.
I love the design of the Tuatara unis here. So we get a good look at not only the foul, but also at the uniforms. Just never a fan of the grey in any sports uniforms.
Why's that?
It's a nothing colour for me for sport.
Fair enough.
In my opinion.
It's got that beautiful teal trim though.
Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea and the accents on them as Matty Dalton connects for another bucket for 3.
The Matty Dalton triple. Rarely seen. He's been working so hard on that jump shot. Shooting all the time, trying to get that flick going.
Just 18% in Rapid League, so that's a good sign as we've got a foul underneath.
Of course, the youngest of the Daltons is getting ready to ply his trade in the collegiate system, following in his brother's footsteps of the first school he went to. You can see why with a skill set like that.
Ioane up top with it. Stepping through, tried to get the finish, but Patton got him.
Yeah, Will Patton has really good size, but that's a difficult cover for the center against a pretty talented ball handler in Casey Ioane, especially when you're giving up that much foot speed because of the height. Ioane has been a determined driver this season.
Marco Sula actually picked up the foul at the other end before this one here, so an offensive foul on the Rams there as Ioane's second is good.
Missed that one. Not the free throw, the foul. Tuatara stretching it out ever so slightly. Rams need to find a way to get some attacks on the rim.
Ihaka Kate operating with Patton up high, who gets it back, spins. Too strong on the finish, but gets his own rebound. Good block from Ledger.
He stayed with the play and didn't go for the first fake because he stayed connected, able to dissuade that second shot a bit easier.
Dalton puts it to Wiley in the corner, who gives it to Wilkie. Back up to Ioane, sees a double. Open man is Wilkie on the wing. Can't give him too much space on the three-point line, Dylan Wilkie.
Love that ball movement though, ball going through multiple hands, really forcing that Rams defense to rotate and react.
Rams still looking for their first field goal. Dallo. Patton for 3. Well, Patton knocks it down.
Asking ye shall receive, Moles. Too much space given by Josh Ledger there, late with the closeout as we see the takedown at half court.
Excellent tackle.
Miller Newton is somehow questioning whether or not that's a foul on him. Maybe if we see it from another angle, we see a push-off.
That's definitely a yellow card at the Global Outdoor 11-a-side Jamboree.
Yes, Miller Newton came off the worst for wear, but you can't just run into ball handlers. Even though the contact, you have to give them that space, you have to get in a good defensive position if you want to take that contact. Running alongside, step for step, unfortunately, is not a legal guarding position to save you from that contact.
Got to make sure the tightness on the lid is there for Josh Ledger on the bench, on the water bottle. Also, 3 team fouls per quarter for teams, and that's the 4th for the Rams already.
Well, the Tuatara have done a really nice job of attacking the rim. Not settling for things on the outside. And of course, that cheap one there made it a little easier.
Patton, again, they go to the big, and again, comes up just short.
Kalahiaso with the defense there as Ledger checks out. Kingston Kalahiaso has been a solid post player for this Tuatara squad. Shows a lot of strength down there.
Here he is. Kalahiaso puts it up with the right. It was almost going to drop.
Soft touch.
Nice rebounding from Matty Dalton in there. Left that well short, unfortunately, for Matthew Dalton.
Love the fight, love the effort. But the Rams still have an open door here to get back in the game.
Dallo, the look away. In the corner is Newton.
I would like to possibly see Dallo just put that one up. So much focus on the three-point line, but when you're on the rim, much like we saw Casey Ioane there.
They're so aggressive in transition, the Tuatara in Rapid League.
In Rapid League, and this week as well, I think in the NBL. It's been a real focus of what Coach Cam Glennon has wanted from his crew. He's, of course, not coaching the Rapid League squad,
but philosophically, philosophically, Cam Glennon is there shadowing. You can see him in the back of shot there. He's even getting out the coach's whiteboard there.
Yeah, Sione Mama, the coach for the Rapid League squad. Cam Glennon just giving advice.
6th free throw of the quarter for the Tuatara. Subs on the make. Ioane will have a seat.
Still 13 seconds left for the Rams here to try and make a play, and a bucket would get a little bit of momentum. They just haven't had a lot of that here in the opening term.
Ledger back in the game for the Tuatara. Patton, Kate, Newton, Dello, and Sula out there for the Rams. Down to 7. The drive is nice. And that's Ihaka Kate. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And a strong, aggressive start to the game for the Tuatara. They lead 9-6 after 1 quarter of Rapid League.
Well, a nice job by the Rams to weather the storm. Tuatara really dominant defensively in the first few minutes, but couldn't keep the offense ticking over outside of the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And that sort of opened the door for the Rams to stay close and get themselves right within distance. Just a bucket away from tying this one up, despite not playing with the greatest efficiency earlier. Just 25% from the field. But they've done a decent enough job taking care of the basketball, only the 1 turnover when they stepped on the sideline.
Large Nonna pizza for $35. Sal's Basketball 26. Get the QR code there. And I feel like we're going to change that.
Yeah, I think it's large cupped pepperoni still.
Damn. Can't wait.
Not as next week, bud. You gotta save that QR code for next week, everybody.
Don't use it.
Don't use it yet. Just put it in your pocket. And it'll come out later.
Rams certainly weren't without opportunities in that first quarter. They're 2 for 8. And the Tuatara very efficient when they weren't being fouled. 5 Rams fouls in Rapid League to open a quarter. There's quite a lot in the scope and scale.
5 fouls in 4 minutes?
Yeah.
That's too many.
It's quite a lot. Here's Ledger on the block.
Oh, imposing his willpower there.
Too strong off the glass. Dello up ahead.
Length of Patton makes that a difficult finish, even with the good footwork.
That's a difficult finish from Miller Newton.
Sticks with it, though. The stick-to-itiveness second time around gets it up and in, and the Rams cut it to a 1-point lead. Their hard work and perseverance starting to pay off. If they can string another stop together here.
Wilkie on the handoff from Ledger. Left it short. And we got a whistle at half court. I'm not sure what the...
It's going to be a clock issue.
Has to be.
But we'll suss it out.
And here is a replay of Newton into the teeth of the Tuatara defense.
A little bit of contact on that second shot as well.
We got a technical.
Oh my.
We got a technical, Casey Frank. It's not a clock issue. It's a discipline issue.
You saw the chat go back to the bench, didn't realize that the T was called. Little bit yappy.
A little bit disappointed in maybe the weight of the foul count, perhaps, from the Rams' side of the ball. That's me being diplomatic.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows the argument isn't going to get far, but it's always good to have your point felt.
It's technical on the Rams bench to clarify that. And we're back to action. And again, the Tuatara's defense at the cup is really good, and Ledger's handle isn't as good on that possession there.
Big crowd there. Patton does well to chase him down and swipe it away.
And the Tuatara get a foul call on them eventually. As Ben Marsh got into the paint.
I saw the drive there. I actually thought he got himself in a little bit of trouble when he didn't shoot the initial shot. Thought he might get pinned for traveling, but eventually it's Ledger's contact, which is whistled, and it's a chance for you to find a little bit more about the Hoops in Schools program, because it's a new region open, Auckland, Northland, Coromandel. Get in and see if you can't get a hoop in a school near you, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand partnering up to make sure there's enough courts for the next generation of hooper in New Zealand.
Ben Marsh, a late addition to the bench for the Rams. We'll have more on the reason why in the broadcast for the NZNBL matchup between these two teams. Ben Marsh called up this afternoon to play, hit the line, ties it up. As Kailahe Aso gives the Tuatara the lead back again.
Beautiful pass from Ledger on the high-low. I love how out of that on ball they kick it forward, giving him the angle to get it to Kailahe Aso with plenty of time to finish.
3 ballers off from Sula. Here's Ioane. Ledger says thank you because he was held.
I like what the Tuatara have been doing here in this game as we take another look at the beautiful feed from Ledger. Pinpoint accuracy for the Kailahe Aso finish. We've seen a lot of Casey Ioane at the point guard position today, initiating contact or initiating breaks, kicking that ball ahead. I like the way he's expanding his game and his skill set.
Wilkie misses. Ioane's got 2 assists. And that's a tough drive. And it's going to be Michael Sula who'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Well, good use of the fake off that handoff here. Dalton just hesitates half a second and opens up that lane for Sula to turn the corner and get it up with the same side layup. Doesn't get the finish, but off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for a couple.
Ihaka Kate comes into the game for Patton. And it will be Sula at the line.
Rams rotating through a lot of bodies early.
Part of the under-17, excuse me, Casey, World Cup team, Marco Sula, 6'6", 17 years old. And he's also part of the under-16 Asia Cup team as well as he progressed through into that World Cup qualification this year. Out of St. Bede's, makes the second.
Just had the under-17 women competing as well. Recent games against Spain and Japan this morning or last night, depending on where you're at. Not the ideal finish, but great to see them getting up into the top 8.
Dalton off the glass and in.
Eddie Dalton getting aggressive around the paint, just has a nose for the angle. Continually forcing his way into the action.
Wing 3 is off for the Rams, and Tuatara come back the other way. Just a 2-point lead now. Started this first quarter really strongly, now into the second quarter. And Matty Dalton found it tough going as the Rams look to run.
Both teams really trying to just pound that nail in the hole. Not a lot of finesse going out there. We're seeing bodies in front. They're trying to go straight through them. Here comes another one.
Nice drop off from Ioane for his 3rd assist to Matty Dalton.
He's really thriving in the transition game. Nice movement off the basketball by Dalton to make himself available for the finish.
Dalton's got 7 now. Here's Ihaka Kate. Gets the roll with the left hand. Pretty from Ihaka Kate.
Yeah, just uses that little fadeaway to create that space as Josh Ledger calls the player timeout. Swapping things around with 30 seconds left and giving you a chance at home to get a ticket to the big game, but you better act fast. Just 1 week left and under 500 tickets last time I was told. All thanks to the BNZ. Fans all across the country have been bringing big groups to catch basketball sideline, inspiring that next generation of Kiwi hooper. Who knows? Bring a couple young ones this season. You might be watching them from the sideline in a few years' time.
Here's Ledger looking to Wilkie for the handoff. Nicely done from the Tuatara out of the BNZ player timeout. He looks to help up Ihaka Kate as well.
Always nice to just throw your forearm straight through somebody's face and score a bucket, and then give him a hand up. I appreciate it.
I feel like you'd do one of those two things. As a former player, Casey Frank, as Dello gets the elbow and gives it up. Nice move. And Sula on the drive. We'll head to the line for the N1.
Silla fantastic with his rim aggression today. Look at that little jab step, freezes Wilkie, and then attacks the paint to get there. And I'll tell you what, I never helped up the opposition.
Ever.
That was old school, though. You had coaches, they beat you up if you helped up the opposition. Can't do that. Pat Riley basketball, baby.
Silla converts the three-point play opportunity.
But what I did appreciate doing was do the fake help up. Just put that hand there and pull it away.
That's so you.
Just to really get people mad.
Tuatara, 2.3 seconds to go in this first half of Rapid League. Three-quarter court, and that'll do us. The Tuatara had a lead at quarter time, 9-6, but an excellent second quarter from the Rams.
And the Rams are just not going to let this Tuatara squad claim the Rapid League title outright. They are forcing them into some second half activity here. Fantastic start offensively by Matty Dalton, leading all scorers with 9 points on 66% from the field. A more balanced score sheet for the Rams, where every player, save Gus Dalu, who's hit the court, has gotten a bucket. Take a look at the first half highlights led by Matty Dalton. That man there in transition, getting the catch on the wing, letting it fly from deep to lift that three-point percentage. And Rams answer back with Patton from beyond the arc. And some Kate drives to the cup. Miller Newton, stick-to-itiveness, finds it on the second attempt as the Rams work their way back into the game, but with some execution, especially out of the high-low from those perimeter passes into the post, really allowing the Tuatara to lift their offensive efficiency going forward. The Rams, once again, stayed with it. Aren't really finding the range from deep, but they're certainly finding the range on the attack. The two teams have combined for 2 for 9 from beyond the arc, but have been able to counter that with fantastic shooting from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And the offensive work on the glass by the Rams also giving them a few extra possessions and allowing them to just have the most slender of deficits at the half. We're within striking distance to pull off the upset here in the second term.
Yeah, the Rams shooting under 30%, but great work on the glass, 4 offensive rebounds. Your leading scorer is Matty Dalton with 9. And don't forget, coming up at 3 p.m. local, Rams Tuatara in the Sal's NBL. Gus Dallo will start us here in the second half of Rapid League between these two teams. Nice drive from Kate, but it's Patton on the cleanup job, but excellent work from Matty Dalton just to be there, right place, right time, and stop that second effort.
Matty Dalton doing it scoring, doing it defensively, showing some nice work ethic here in this Rapid League match.
Ioane, drop off. That's nice to Kailahiaso. And Ioane on the glass, can't get it, and he picks up a cheap foul underneath.
Good execution, well done out of the pick and roll. But Kingston Kalahiaso, who we see on screen there, couldn't get the roll.
Maybe it was him picking up the foul. We'll get confirmation in a second. And Rams will come away with the ball. It was Ioane who picks up the foul, number 15. Dallo, former Tuatara player. 3 is up. It's cold from downtown for the Rams.
Rams haven't really been able to find a lot of penetration with the basketball off the pass. It's all been drives to the bucket. When they swing it quickly, they've been able to attack those closeouts. But a little bit slow with the matriculation of the ball around the perimeter that time, took away those driving angles.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard matriculation in some commentary. Dalton. Try to drop it off for Wilkie. Rams coming the other way. Miller Newton. They're now 1 for 7.
Call it a pass.
They're 1 for 6. Great assist from Miller Newton.
Somehow it worked in. Gets inside. Nice job staying active on the glass, following the trajectory of the ball so you can set yourself up for the finish.
Wiley to the cup and is fouled.
Short arms it, worried about the contact, and with good reason, because he got a little bit of it. But Newton is able to force him off the line. As you take a look at that QR code, see if you want to have a say in the fans MVP this season. You can vote once a day for whoever you want. Every player in the league who's been on the roster is on that list. We've got prizes at the end of the giveaway. One lucky fan will walk away with a package from JBL.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, now you're interested.
Well, no,
somebody's about to vote out.
I was using the QR code there.
But, always a great chance for the fans here as we close the fan appreciation round today to get their say.
Newton gives it to Ihaka Kate. 10 on the shot clock, still plenty of time, especially in the Rapid League. Unfortunately, just not connecting from deep now. They're 1 for 8, the Rams. Wilkie. He's cold at the moment as well.
Cannot find that range. It's been some good looks, though. 0 for 4 overall, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
That's what Rapid League is good for, though. Finding your range if you're in the rotation for the Sal's NBL.
Wilkie will get some time.
He will get some time off the bench. He'll definitely get some burn, and that's his shot. He knows his spots. Patton in deep, kicks it to the corner. Newton left it short. Rams 1 for 9.
Good defensive rotation there. Ledger able to get out and get that rebound even after contesting.
Ioane. Wiley. Wilkie. Can't find that range again. And it's just Wiley with more desire to get to the ball.
Fortunate balance and good nose to get there. Watch out.
Ioane to the cup with 2 hands.
Splits the double team and straight to the rim. Taking that one up to 13, dropping everybody else off on 10.
Tuatara lead is 3 under a minute to go in this third quarter. Dallo. Into the corner to Marsh. Lost his footing. Trying to weave his way through the Tuatara. It's loose on the floor. And that is a shot clock violation. Good hustle by the Tuatara. Unlucky for the Rams there in a turnover.
The hustle was excellent there. Beautiful little crossover to split that double team and get through. And then Gus Dallo's got no chance to contest with that one. Little hop step. Would have been useful. Go Media Stadium yesterday. Now that. Before he gets the finish going up.
Casey Ioane, 3 points, 3 assists, and a rebound.
But letting the game come to him. It's so difficult for younger players to not really just try and force their will on things at all times, but he's doing a great job of taking what's available and not forcing anything.
Wilkie this time steps to the elbow, and that's a good possession for Dylan Wilkie. Wasn't connecting from deep from that wing spot, steps in a couple of feet and knocks it down.
Always better to be 1 for 6 than 0 for 6. Gets the first bucket of the day on the midi.
Here's Newton. Gets the roll. Nice drive, and that'll do us for the third quarter. Miller Newton and the Rams down 3. Just 4 points in the quarter for the Rams. Now is the second, but bunch of points for the Rams in that quarter. Tuatara defense stepping up, but still, Rams definitely within touching distance. A 1-score game as we head into the fourth quarter of Rapid League here at Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre, Motutahi, Christchurch.
Miller Newton 5 points after that finish. Still 0 for 5 from the field. But here's the deal of the week right here. $35 large cupped pepperoni pizza. Use that online code SalsCup26. Valid until Tuesday, the 21st of July. Make sure you get in there and get that cupped pepperoni. Crispier.
Best thing about the cupped pepperoni, Casey Frank, is that it keeps the flavor inside that pepperoni.
Well, little cup of grease, eh?
Yeah.
I mean,
flavor.
We'll call it flavor.
We'll call it flavor.
Oh, I'm hungry now. Can we get one pizza here? Is that going to be okay? Nobody minds. I can eat fast in between games.
It's true. I've seen you. You can.
Sorry for all those meals, by the way.
Tuatara with a 3-point lead, 24-21 a Rapid. Rapid by name, Rapid by nature. And it will be the visitors with the ball here. Ledger up high. Dalton. Scoreless in the third quarter. Wilkie starting to warm up. Just needs to step into the elbow, I think.
Just look for the 17-footer.
Did not do me any favors, as I said, started to warm up.
0 for 6 from behind the arc. Two guys I expected to come in scoring the basketball today, Miller Newton and Dylan Wilkie, have combined now for 0 for 11 from beyond the three-point arc.
What do the Rams have to do, Casey, to wrest this lead back? And I'm going to say, before you say anything, look after the ball.
That's a good start. Taking care of the rocks first and foremost. They're creating good opportunities, but what we haven't seen here in the second half is any trips to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. That is what kept them in the game in the first half when they couldn't keep that scoreboard ticking over. So I think more attacks to the rim, a little bit more activity around the painted area, maybe they can get their way back there.
Dalton. And it came off Josh Ledger over the back there of Patton. So it's Rams ball, still this one possession game in the top of the fourth quarter here.
I mean, for only being up 3 points, the Tuatara feel almost like they're in control. And just sort of squeezing the life out of the Rams as this one gets a little bit closer. Of course, only one bucket can change things quickly.
Kate tied up by Dalton, excellent defense. Tried to muscle up Ihaka Kate. This is Ioane stepping through, dropping it off to Wilkie. Ball movement is good. Ledger can pull the trigger, does so. Back of the iron. Another offensive rebound for the Tuatara, their fourth.
Tuatara moving that ball through hands, doing a nice job attacking the glass afterwards.
Wiley's drive is off. Rams are going the other way. Excellent work from Marsh.
Really nicely done in transition to be able to pull that up for the little floater game. Ioane gives a little bit of the own medicine back the other way.
And he takes Sula to the cup and just extends that lead back to 3. Here's Dallo. Ihaka Kate with the hesitation and shoulder feint on the 3-ball attempt. And we've got a foul. And that's going to be on Will Patton. An offensive foul there as we have another look.
The Marsh drive as he gets to the cup, gets the finish. That cut it to 1, but a solid response from the Tuatara with a bucket on one end by Ioane in semi-transition. Come back, get another stop, and a chance to string buckets together and take control of the game here halfway through the fourth.
Wilkie. Here's Ledger. Sees a double. Dallo does really well to break it up. Gus Dallo's seen this before. It's a former Tuatara player. And so forces the turnover. Nice work. With under 2 to go, still plenty of time in this game.
I'll tell you what, Josh Ledger has been pretty entertaining in today's contest. A lot of chatter, a lot of effort.
Turnover. Wiley. Ledger trails. Wiley off the glass and head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Just timely forcing of turnovers by the Tuatara. Just 4 in total on the day. But they've all come at sort of momentum shifting times. That one there, up 3, Rams with another opportunity to get back in. Instead, it's free throws on this end and a 4-point lead possibly becoming a 5. If you can hit these ones, which would be difficult for the Rams to overcome when they're shooting just 28% from the field, 8 for 28 overall.
Gets the roll on the second. Lead pumping up to 5 now for the Tuatara. Josh Wiley, one of 3 triplet brothers. Here's Newton. Miller Newton lost the handle. Wiley has it again. Ledger on the trail. Gives it to Wilkie. No, he doesn't. It goes to Wiley.
Was that tipped?
I think it might have been tipped.
Couldn't quite see from the angle we have. But
unless he used magic in a great look away.
I thought I saw something like that at the Harlem Globetrotters last night.
Miller Newton driving, tied up by Ioane and fouled.
Well, either way, a fortuitous bucket comes and stretches this lead out for the Tuatara. The tip turns into a perfect pass.
Great work on the replay there to catch that one.
I love how Wiley just was like, oh yeah, this is where it's supposed to go. What a crazy angle that took off with the tip bouncing like Wiley had magnets in his hands.
Three on the way. Saunders misses and Ioane has the rebound, and it's going to be a bridge too far for the Rams, but stranger things have happened in Rapid League. But the way they've been shooting the 3 ball, and they're 1 for 10. Rams are in a bit of trouble here. Kalahi Aso has it denied, and Sula. They need to go quickly here, the Rams. They can't get the bucket, and Ledger's tied up, not fouled.
7 points. The difference right now in 28 seconds. The Tuatara very close to getting the victory and clinching the Rapid League Championship if they're able to get this one here. But the Rams hoping for a little bit of magic to keep the coronation delayed just a little while longer.
Wrapping up Rapid League with a round to spare if they get the win here for the Tuatara. And up 7 with 23 seconds to go, 25 seconds to go rather. Sula makes it interesting. Says, hold my electrolyte drink.
Big hit there for Sula, up to 8 points.
They need to foul, and they do. But it's just the 3rd team foul for the Rams. So now they're in the bonus, the Tuatara. So Ledger will shoot 2. And Josh Ledger, just looking at his free throw percentage from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, just 25% from Rapid League from the stripe. That makes life interesting, Casey Frank. 2-possession game for the Rams.
Leaving the door open. He's got a smile about it. Not a lot to smile at 25% though.
Well, the Rams are 2 for 11 from 3.
Not ideal.
Either way.
Somehow better than the Tuatara 1 for 9.
If he made both, it's going to have to be 2 threes or 2 3-point plays or a combination of those 2 permutations, but indeed it's 5.
I'm a little surprised they didn't call the timeout.
No.
To save the time coming down. Now they're going to have to act much more quickly.
We're going to have to shoot, actually, and that'll do it. Because the game is going to actually wind down, and the Rams, and that's just unfortunate clock management from the Rams. Now the BNZ play a timeout. The Tuatara get the win, 31-29, and they are the 2026 Rapid League champs.
How about that? For the Tuatara taking that trophy away from the Nelson Giants, who've been the only owners of it so far. I actually don't think we have a trophy.
That's excellent work from the Tuatara. They got out from the jump and just basically forced the Rams into fouling. 10 fouls on the Rams, 13 foul shot attempts for the Tuatara, and the difference was 2. And they made 10 of those foul shot attempts. And congratulations to Coach Mama and the Auckland Tuatara. They are the 2026 Rapid League champs. And the Tuatara powered by 9 first half points from Matthew Dalton. And he is standing by with us. Matty, congratulations on the win. And he's with Nick Bewley.
Thanks, Miles. Yeah, Matty, congratulations on the win. Not only the win, but you are Rapid League champions. How does that feel?
Nah, great. You know, our boys in the Rapid League, we love this game. we admire it. Like, we get after it. We really wanted to win this year. So to secure it with a game left in our hands, it's great. Yeah, just super happy to get it done.
And it was a bit of a grind. Like no team was connecting from three. But what was the difference today, do you feel?
Credit to the Rams team. They put a great effort out there, but we just pushed through as a team. Yeah, like you said, not a great game, but glad to get it done. Glad to get another win.
Congratulations on the win and the championship with a game to play. Go rest up, and we might see you a bit later on.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thanks to Matty for his time. Here are the stats for this game, and it all came down to free throws, really. That was the difference. Great work on the glass by the Rams to keep themselves in it. But they had a hard time scoring inside and outside, did the Rams. Just 7 for 20 inside the three-point line and 3 for 12 outside it. And you can see there the Tuatara, just a bigger, stouter team, and able to bully their way through. 9 of 18 from inside the three-point line.
Yeah, a game only a mother could love, but they were able to fight through it. It wasn't efficient, it wasn't pretty, but it's a victory and it's a title for the Tuatara. Can they get one step closer to a SLNBL title dreams, or will the Rams keep themselves in the hunt for the top two? Up next is SLNBL.
Tuatara Rams coming at you at 3 p.m. local. We'll see you in a bunch of minutes.
The corner. Isaac, great move. Low. With the push at the other end. A double coming, and it's going to be Corey. Oh my goodness. Finds Walter Brown. Oh, West. Gets a clean look at it. Oh, Kevin Brown has a block. Oh, what a block. Up ahead to Brown. And he gets the and one.
Kia ora te whānau. Welcome along to the Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre, Ototahi, Christchurch, Sal's NBL Round 15. As the Canterbury Rams and the Tuatara lock horns for what will be a banger of a game on your Sunday afternoon. The penultimate round of the Sal's NBL for 2026 in season number 45. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. They've just celebrated the 1986 title-winning team on the court in the Rams' new home venue, and these two teams jostling for position in the top four. So many permutations, so many ramifications coming in this game and in the last handful of games of the regular season. Casey Frank and the Rams have a prime opportunity to inflict an L on a team that is just above them.
Yeah, whatever the permutations are, it all comes down to one thing on this game, though: get on the court and win. The Tuatara can lock in a top 2 seed and put themselves that much closer to number 1 with a victory, or the Rams can re-thrust themselves back into that conversation of the top 2. Well, it would be unlikely because of the strength of the Tuatara points percentage. It would still become a conversation. But either way, both teams looking for some momentum heading into the postseason, because it is going to be a tough stretch despite the limited number of games left.
And this is how the round has looked. And we tipped off on Wednesday night in New Plymouth at TSB Stadium. The Giants with a big win over the years, helping their cause to get in touch of the top 6. We'll see the ladder momentarily. The Tuatara have already played. They won at Event Finder Stadium over the Jets, 108-91. And between that one, the Nuggets got a win as well. The Sharks palmed the Hawks, and the Saints took care of the fight despite Tane Murray popping off
40-piece.
For a 40-piece. And we've got a game coming up after this one. Bulls and Airs. And this is how the top 6 look at the moment.
Yeah, the Sharks sitting there in the catbird seat, so to speak, but the Tuatara with a win will jump back up into first. The Rams just behind them. The Saints not able to get into the top 2, but secure in a 3 or 4 position. The Nuggets locked into 5th, and here's where it gets interesting. The Jets currently sitting in 6th, but they are by no means safe with that 90 points percentage, because these teams behind them all have the ability to get to 8 wins. The Phi, the Airs, the Giants can only get to 7, but the Bulls can get to 8 as well. And all those teams' points percentages better than what is currently sitting with the Jets in the mix for 6.
Well, if you want to know how it all works out, Casey Frank is the man to talk to, because he has to write the articles that explain what it means for wins and losses in the Sal's NBL. But for this game, the Tuatara, their simple focus is win the game. And offensive pace has been their calling sign in the 2026 season, especially of late.
Yeah, the only sort of hiccup they've had lately is losing the last round to the Otago Nuggets, where they just did not play fast enough. Coach Cam Glennon came out this week, said against the Jets, we have to get faster, we have to get more pace. That's what they showed. Can they do that today? The second game of the round with Rob Lowe leading the way. He's back from a thumb injury, missing last round. Doesn't have the height of a statistical impact, but that has not lessened his impact on the court. Always a double-double threat, great around the rim, and his facilitation so important to this team, averaging over 5 assists a game, and a huge option out of that high post. Gonna have his hands full on the glass today against a strong Rams rebounding squad.
Yes, they have a big out for their starting 5. More on that soon with Nick Bewley, who's sidelined for us. But this is the starting 5, Dilling, and then it's just big all over. Bairstow's into the starting 5. He's been great this season. Vidanovic used off the bench starting today. Isaac Davidson has been a revelation in the second half of the Sal's NBL season since returning to these shores. And Rob Lowe is very, very effective all over the floor. Now, for the Rams, they also have a big out. Nick will have that for us as well. And these two teams, excellent rebounding teams. In fact, they're in the top 3 statistical categories of most Sal's NBL numbers and control the glass, control the game.
And this is one of the few times the Rams come in as not the better rebounding team, because that is the prowess of what the Tuatara can do. But if they can control the glass, led by Jack Andrew up front, Rene Rougeau is stepping into that starting lineup. If they can bring that power on the glass and keep the Tuatara negated, they'll be in good shape. But more of it comes down to this man, Taylor Britt, back from injury, missed a couple of games with concussion, unfortunately. He is having one of his best statistical seasons. Look at the points and the assists, but he is the engine for this Canterbury Rams team. He is such a lifter of everyone's play around him. He doesn't have to score, but he can when he needs to, and he was tremendous down the stretch the first team these teams played when the Rams came up just short.
He had a season-high 33 in round 11 in the loss to the Tuatara. And he is, as you say, Casey, the straw that stirs the Rams' drink. Tamanang Choke, Walter Brown, Rene Rougeau, the 40-year-old, and Jack Andrew, the starting five for the Canterbury Rams. And they have big objectives this season to return to the grand final and win another title. They went back-to-back a couple of seasons ago, but this is how it looks. You can see there's nothing in it, really, except when it comes to blocks per game.
Tuatara, second best shooting team in the league. The Canterbury Rams, the third best shooting team in the league. The Tuatara, the best rebounding team in the league, or the second best rebounding team in the league in terms of rebounds. The Rams first. Blocks per game, the Rams are up there, one of the best defending teams at the rim. This is one of the few areas the Tuatara don't do a great job. Despite the length, can the Rams find some inroads there around the cup?
Well, joining us sideline is Nick Bewley. Nick, a couple of outs for these two teams. We'll start with the Tuatara.
Yeah, g'day Miles, g'day Casey. Yeah, still no Chris Johnson, who's away in the United States for the Tuatara. For the Canterbury Rams, the hosts, it felt like today was going to be the day. They're finally back at full strength. As you guys mentioned, Taylor Britt back, having missed the last four, away on international duty, picked up a concussion in the Tall Blacks game against Guam. He returns today, but no Todd Withers. He's away due to a personal matter, so that sees Rene Rougeau plugged in for just his fourth start of the season. So I think the Tuatara will look to attack Rougeau. Outside of Rougeau and Jack Andrew, there's really not a lot of size down the rotation for the Rams. You're looking at guys like Jake Holmes, heck, maybe even Will Patton. So that'll be an interesting matchup. As you guys outlined, Rams must win to stay in the hunt for top two. Can't wait.
Excellent, Nick. Yeah, we'll hear from you on the first time out about a special presentation before we got this game underway, but just confirming, this is how the top six look at the moment. The Jets are the team in the box seat, but still plenty of water to go under the bridge in the last round coming up after the penultimate game of round 15, which is this one. And the Sharks and the Saints will be looking on very interestingly with this result today.
Yeah, the Sharks certainly have some hope about hosting in the regular season, but it needs some slip-ups because the Tuatara control their own destiny. They win today. They beat the Airs in round 16. They are regular season champs. They have home court advantage all the way through to the championship game. The Rams, the road's not quite so clear. Yes, they can move up, but if they win two because of points percentage, they still might not finish top two, but they can certainly hold on to that third spot no matter what and keep the momentum going if they get a win today against the Tuatara and against the Bulls to finish things off on this court a week from now.
And so they have been given 2 home games in a row to round out the season. You just need to take care of business at home. Easier said than done. And this is your barter card referees. Matt Bathurst, Regan Ashley and Blake Rosanowski will control proceedings. These are 2 very tough, big teams, especially the Tuatara.
This officiating crew is going to have their hands full. There's a lot of veterans, there's going to be a lot of tricks, and there's going to be a lot of heart in this one. Let's not forget, it was only a couple of seasons ago that the Rams knocked the Tuatara out in back-to-back title games to claim their back-to-back championships. There's still plenty of bad blood between, well, we'll call it the teal and the red, as always be when these two cities meet in sporting contests. Today will be no different.
Well, the Tuatara just have unfinished business in the Sal's NBL. They have been the bridesmaids so many times. And the Canterbury Rams, they went back-to-back in 23 and 24. The Saints champs from last season beating the Sharks, who are currently top of the table. Saints in 4th spot, and it's the Tuatara with the ball. Bairstow on the wing, drives, kicks it out. Rob Lowe with a clean look, and the closeout from Andrew was really good. I think he got a piece of it.
Yeah, I think that's the first block of the game for the team that leads the league in blocks and forces the turnover as well, does Andrew.
Rougeau, last played in the league 2010 for the Sharks.
There's a lot of players were good then that aren't good anymore. He is not one of them.
He was All-Star 5 back in 2010. Brown picks it up and gives it to Rougeau. Under 5 to shoot. Cho needs to go. Bairstow all over him. Fall away. Knocks it down, Tamanang Cho.
Coming off of triple-double around to go. He is such a multi-skilled player. The length of Bairstow does not bother him on the fadeaway jump shot there.
And there is the physicality. Jack Andrew getting tied up by the vet, Rob Lowe.
That's a big early whistle for Rob Lowe. That sets the tone about what you're allowed to get away with defensively down there on the low block. Jack Andrew getting that whistle this early in the ball game is just going to have to temper his aggression just a bit, especially in the rest of this first quarter.
Vodanovic gives it up to Josh Dilling. The American. 3 to shoot. Vodanovic bullies his way inside. Soft touch from the big man.
He was my favorite for 6th man of the year. Still might be that because he hasn't started a lot, but he has just taken to the starting lineup like a duck to water. Leading scorer for the Tuatara now. He's been so aggressive in the absence of Chris Johnson.
Cho stepping through with a Euro, rims out. Rob Lowe with the rebound.
Gorgeous footwork. Doesn't get the finish, but no, you love the effort.
Dilling gives it up. Lowe with the wing on ball from Bairstow. Gives it back to Bairstow. Drives. Tries to find Vodanovic, and it's Walter Brown coming away with it. And Walter Brown, nice Gortat screen from Jack Andrew, and Walter Brown is fouled.
Well, Rob Lowe gets a whistle on this side, saying he's been pulled from somewhere. Didn't see that angle. Possibly Walter Brown, not sure exactly what he's talking about, but here we see tremendous defense by Rougeau. Walter Brown jumps on it in transition and right at the body. You see, he's calling the grab from Jack Andrew, but that's just a couple of bodies getting tangled up. Going to be tough to get that whistle.
He grabbed his arms. He grabbed his arms.
Yeah, that's just part of the game.
That just sounds like you on a Wednesday night. Running up and down Event Finder Stadium in social basketball.
It's okay.
If you want to get under Casey's skin, call his team the social league team.
we're not even at that level anymore.
You're not very social. Brown makes the second.
Walter Brown stepped up into the point guard position in the absence of Taylor Britt and really let his facilitation skills shine. Showed how far his game has developed. I'd love to see that aggressive offense early from him.
Bairstow tried to drop it off. They read the play beautifully, did the Rams.
Tuatara need to be ready early because this Rams team has a knack of getting over on the top of you by big numbers early in games on their home court.
Wow, a nice cut from Walter Brown.
Oh, it's such a different offense with Taylor Britt running things. He's just so good at soaking everything in, seeing where he needs to get the ball. Gets that deep penetration, defense collapse. Great cut by Brown to get the finish.
Bairstow using Rob Lowe on that foul line, gets his own rebound, flips it up and in, and it's fouled.
Sean Bairstow coming off his season high 22 against the Jets a couple of nights ago, and looked the best he has since he's come back from injury as we take another look at that little drop-off pass. Taylor Britt delivering it perfectly, and then Bairstow on the other end. The stick-to-itiveness, if at first you don't succeed, catch that miss and go again. Now off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity.
Control the glass, control the game. That was a key feature of the build-up. Already the Tuatara have 3 rebounds, the Rams 0.
How's that happen? That is crazy. That's because it's all turnovers. They have forced the 3 turnovers, though, so even Steven when that one happens. And a little sloppy by both teams early in this one. We mentioned the 3 turnovers. Well, that's 4 turnovers for the Tuatara now.
Dylan, you can just see him. He just boosted, man. He's the primary point guard for the Tuatara, so just a breakdown in communication there between Bairstow and Davidson, but Bairstow plays a lot of point forward as well.
Yeah, conversely to what the Rams are trying to do, where it's a lot of Taylor Britt at point and everybody else being a scorer or finisher. The Tuatara don't really have a PG. Everybody has that ability, even Rob Lowe. They want everyone to initiate offense, push it, and go. Works when things are going well. At times, it doesn't work when it goes the other way.
Vodanovic trying to work on Rougeau. Excellent defense from the vet. Davidson in the corner, lets it fly. Finally a Rams rebound. It's 6-1 rebound advantage, +5 for the Tuatara at the moment. Brown gives it to Rougeau. And the sweep through by Taylor Britt and the foul from Bairstow.
Did he step on the line or? Yeah, I think he stepped on the line.
I think you're right, actually, Casey.
Yeah, the contact and the foul was there, but the whistle was the backward step on the line. Take another look at it. Here he is. That right foot on the he gets his heel on. Would have been a foul as he drags through. But good job by Bairstow closing that space and not letting him have the space needed to make a stronger move to the cup.
In the corners, Bairstow. Vidanovic. They give Bairstow room and he just drives at Cho and he's tied up. Possession arrow goes the way of the Rams.
Well, Bairstow really does look to impose his physicality because of the great size he has on the wing. And he's the size of a power forward or a center in this competition, height-wise. He's 6'8", 6'9", not quite as bulky, but because of that height, he does try and overpower you. Difficult to do against Tamaneng Cho, who despite being a little bit shorter of stature, is a powerful athlete on the wing.
It might be a 6-1 rebound advantage, but that's the 5th Tuatara turnover in this first quarter. 7th rebound for the visitors from the 09 is Davidson. Because it's a low. No, try to drop it off. Where it bumped out.
Turnover number 7.
That is another sloppy possession from Cam Glidden's team.
Oh, jeez. This is not the start you were looking for. But good news for the Tuatara is that they've been able to keep it in the score sheet because of strong defense on the other end. But at a certain point in time, these turnovers are going to get past the breaking point.
Well, they average under 12 a game, both teams. Well, Brett left it short.
They basically average the exact same amount of turnovers, 11.7. But that is not where it's going right now.
We've got a whistle on the baseline. Away for the ball as Ihaka Kate is in the game for Rougeau. So's Jake Holmes. Jake Holmes is out there, number 15.
Love the trust that Coach Quinn Clinton puts in his young wards. They have developed all season, but also delivered all season long. That's one of the reasons why this Rams team hasn't missed a beat despite a ton of injuries.
Cho has sat as well as Vidanovic gets position, and this is just bread and butter for Tom Vidanovic, the experienced international player.
You can put some guards on him, but not young guards. He has too much strength, too much aggression for Ihaka Kate to keep him out of the paint where he wants to go.
It is tough sledding inside for the Rams as Vidanovic called for the offensive foul. He knocks down Taylor Britt, who's had concussion problems of late, and he's just back from concussion. And that's a tough fall to take. It's a big body.
Take a look at the screen, see if he's getting set and solid. To me, I don't understand why that's an illegal screen. He's in good screening position. He's set and solid before it gets there. Yes, it's powerful, but that's power created by Taylor Britt. Good sell by him. For my opinion, I think that's one that you let go.
Walter Brown stepping back over Davidson. Let it fly. We're low with a rebound. 10-1 rebound advantage. Vidanovic to the cup. Felt the contact. No whistle. Here comes Britt. He's got Kate to his right. Brown on the trailer. Andrew flashing through. Kate in the corner. Rebound by Brown. A rare offensive rebound. Excellent work. Great position from Jack Andrew.
And great possession by Walter Brown. First initiating that break, finding the skip man in the corner with a great pass, and then not giving up on the play, gets the offensive rebound, and gives Andrew the opportunity to finish it eventually.
Zach Riley's in the game. Bairstow, Vidanovic, Holmes, excellent defense. Davidson with 4. Felt like he got hit by Brown. No whistle again.
Rams staying aggressive despite the early fouls. They're right on all these shooters, right on the razor's edge of what they can get away with.
Jack Andrew knocks down that 3.
He started the season shooting the ball so well from deep, and then went through a little bit of a purple patch where it just wasn't going great for him. But he's refound that confidence and is happy to shoot him up again.
32% on the season. Zach Riley, strong off the glass, offensive board, number 4. Lowe's 3 is off.
Rob Lowe came out aggressively a couple of nights ago against the Jets, shooting that ball early, trying to get that same rhythm going, but hasn't been able to catch it just yet.
Britt nothing doing in the paint at the moment. Taylor Britt 0 for 3. Vidanovic again on Holmes, and unfortunately in too deep. And a technical foul on Toma Vidanovic. That's a tough break.
Well, you can watch the way that Jake Holmes is guarding Tom Vidanovic, and there is a lot of physicality. There's a lot of arms grabbing arms as he's trying to get that post position. But we'll take a look at this Jack Andrew finish inside on Sean Bairstow. Deep catch, easy finish right up and over. Here's the one, Tommy V shorthands it. The offense goes. Tommy V asks for a foul and gets a foul of the technical variety.
Let's go to Nick Bewley, who has some information on a special presentation before the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Miles. Today, the Canterbury Rams are celebrating their first ever National Basketball League title. 40 years ago, 1986, they then went on to win titles in 89, 90 and 92. A large member of that roster from 40 years ago are here today and were honoured pre-game. Then at halftime, the Rams are actually going to retire 5 of those guys' jersey numbers. We're talking John Dutchy Rademakers, Ian Webb, Bert Knops, John Hill and Andy Bennett, some legends of Canterbury basketball. Super nice touch to honour what was a real special era here in Canterbury.
Thanks, Vic. Yeah, you see some excellent veterans. Angelo Hill's there. Chris Simpson, John Hill, he's going to be inducted into the
Fantastic to
Hall
see.
of Fame. And then who can forget John Hill, brother of Stan Hill, hit that shot against Australia for the first ever win over Australia.
It's just great to see teams honoring their past, bringing back together a group of guys who have shared something so long ago and get to celebrate it again, this time with their kids and possibly some grandkids as well.
There's Angelo Hill's number 15. 11-7. Shooting percentages, that's not fantastic.
But this is what you expect when these two teams come, as we see the Cho free throw and Tommy V somewhere saying ball don't lie.
Probably at mid-court. No, actually he's on the bench. He just got subbed. 3 subs in for Cam Glidden. And so we're back underway as Cho has the ball. Riley on him. Dylan Wilkie's in the game and switches onto him. Josh Ledger shows hard as well. He's on for Vidanovic. Holmes off the side of the backboard. Just the 2 subs, just to correct that. Zach Riley came in earlier. And it's Davidson, Bairstow and Vidanovic, who are the starters sitting at the moment, as Riley, who has been a starter, lost the handle. And another turnover. That's 8 now, Casey Frank.
Just a nightmare start. And at a certain point, the Rams are going to be converting on all these mistakes. Cam Glidden has got to be wondering what is in the water in Batakiori to just cause a team that, as mentioned earlier, less than 12 turnovers a game is up to 8 in less than just over 7 minutes.
Rougeau's back. He's got the ball, number 24. Cho had it poked away. Cameroonian international. Rougeau pulls the trigger. Multiple finish league champion, and he's connected from deep here.
And doesn't always look to shoot the ball, but he's opportunistic in his offense. More of a connector than a scorer, but he's got that ability to get the ball in the net from anywhere on the court.
Cho with the rebound.
And that shooting of Rougeau is going to become more important today. With no Todd Withers, they need another perimeter threat to stretch that defense.
He got hit.
Yeah, that's got to be 3.
And that's Rob Lowe with a foul.
Oh, that's no foul.
It's no foul.
Just out of bounds.
It went out of bounds. He got hit. He got hit on the landing zone.
There was definitely some contact coming through. Look at Rob Lowe.
Now that whistle should be right there.
You know, he's already hit the ground.
Yeah, you're right. He landed already.
So I'm not sure, but there still is a little bit of contact there. Definitely try to sell it, but Rob Lowe sells it back at him. Gets the chin smack. Just a little bit closer with the shave.
Cam Glidden. Team looking after the basketball particularly well. Lowe's 3 is off. And then on the glass, Josh Ledger just can't get it to go down.
Josh Ledger's a player I think is going to have an impact today. No Chris Johnson. Against the size and strength of this Rams front unit, Josh Ledger's gonna need to come in and do positive activity, much like that offensive rebound. Can't get the finish, but he can't just dwell on the miss. Needs to stay impactful and energetic as this game goes along.
Cho goes behind the back, stepping in, kicking it out. Andrews three, he's already hit one, and make it two now. Jack Andrew from downtown for the Rams.
Feels so good when you hit that first one. You can't wait to get the second one in your hands, and now that's got Andrew up to 8. Perfect from the field.
Dilling finds Davidson, who's checked back in. Ledger going at Rougeau. Had the left foot step there, the drop step on him, and couldn't quite connect, and now it's Taylor Britt going the other way, spinning. Rougeau.
Got the mismatch down low with Andrew being guarded by Wilkie. Tuatara figured it out.
It's a 17-7 advantage here in the first quarter. A minute to go. Low scoring.
How about Rob Lowe picking up rebound number 6 already?
And Walter Brown picks up the foul.
Sorry, make that 7 rebounds for Rob Lowe. Dominating the glass. The Tuatara early advantage on the rebounds. It's been negated by in the possession game by the lack of ball control. 8-1 the turnover count. Take a look at that foul there. Walter Brown just gets a little tight. And the Tuatara off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe as Rob Lowe sits for the last minute of the quarter.
So Davidson at the line. 5 steals for the Rams and those 8 Tuatara turnovers. 5 assists, just the 1 assist for the Tuatara as Davidson shoots the second from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, makes it. This just might be the lowest, well, one of the lowest scoring quarters for the Tuatara this season. Cho. Andrew. Too long on that one.
Online, though, you don't mind it being long as a shooter.
In deep is Cho, and he traveled.
Good defense, Josh Ledger.
Wanted some movement. Didn't get it, did Taman Cho. 35.3 to go in this first quarter.
Well, Tuatara in a bad position here, but a late bucket and stop would gain back a little bit of the momentum that they've lost with the lack of ball handling and ball control.
Dilling. Stopping, giving it to Davidson. Chased to the corner by Holmes. And they are cold from downtown. They're 0 for 6, Casey.
Yeah, cannot find the range from beyond the arc, and only 3 for 17 overall. The efficiency not there. And remember, this is a Tuatara team that just played a couple of nights ago.
Brown, 2 close out on him. Andrew on the glass. And that's the first quarter. And what a quarter it has been from the Rams. 17-9, they lead the Tuatara in Christchurch back after the break. Nō mai, hoku mai, welcome back to Otatahi Christchurch, the Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre. Rams in control, 17-9 lead over the visitors, the Auckland Tuatara. It's 2v3 on the Sal's NBL ladder. And Cam Glidden will join us momentarily. Good afternoon, Cam. What'd you tell them at quarter-time break? It's not pretty.
Yeah, no, it's a very physical game, which is awesome. You know, this is going to prepare us for hopefully down the line. And yeah, coming off our first game on this weekend, I think we're lacking a little bit of pace right now, but we'll get to it.
So looking at the physical game, you're doing great on the rebounds with that 4-rebound advantage there, but a little sloppy with the ball handling. Is it something that the Rams are doing to you defensively, or is it just the fact that you haven't found your rhythm yet?
Oh, no, I've got to give them credit. Like, they get up and in and they play a physical brand of basketball, and it's a very conflicting style to what we played a day ago, you know? Like, the Jets are a bit further off and a bit in gaps, and these guys are up and in and trying to speed the game up. So very conflicting. We've just got to go attack it in the right way.
Appreciate time as always, Cam. Good luck.
Thanks, legend.
Cam Glidden has certainly settled into the coaching ranks as Walter Brown drains that triple. Took a little bit of time, I think, for him to adjust from being a player to being a coach, but this year he's certainly, I think, feeling much more comfortable on the sideline.
And it's Bairstow missing on that. And let's go to Nick Bewley. Nick.
Yeah, just listening to Quinn Clinton, Rams coach there at quarter time. He's reasonably happy. Would have obviously preferred if they made a bit more inroads into this lead, given the amount of Tuatara turnovers. He just wants the spacing to be a bit better offensively. He just felt they were a little bit congested. And then defensively, he felt they were getting caught out a couple of times, not communicating those punch screens. So those were the key messages from Coach Quinn Clinton.
Dilling left it short, thanks, Nick. And it's going to stay with the Tuatara. Came off a Ram's hand.
Tuatara just looked like a team that left their legs on the plane. Everything short, a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy. Yes, they played a couple of nights ago, but you're gonna have to find a way to back up if they've got the aspirations to finish top of the table and the home court grade, that home court advantage that goes with it.
Bairstow looking for something to happen. Not a lot of movement. Pretty static from the Tuatara. Under 5 to shoot Dilling. Nice defense from Taylor Britt. Low on the rebounds. Davidson, it falls to him. Gets the roll.
Finally!
Timeout. Called by the Rams.
You call it time. They're playing 5 for 25 from the field of the Tuatara. And he sees one bucket go in and Quinn Clinton calls a timeout.
He's had enough.
Well, we mentioned it in the game. The key for the Rams is the glass. They need to get their work done on the rebounds, and that possession there, that is the exact opposite of what happened. Despite having forced 8 turnovers, the Rams have given up a 6-rebound advantage so far and need to find a way back. Let's see what Coach Quinn Clinton has to say to his charges now.
Hey, we can keep addressing it. We can keep talking about it, but fucking make your hit. Like, from now on, you got to come up with this shit. Like, that's the only thing that's ticking the scoreboard for them right now, okay? Defensively, it's too quiet. It's too quiet. Another punch screen we're getting hit on. We've got to over-communicate right now. Over-communicate. Okay? Next one here, we got a 5. Okay, 5. Get this thing low here, heavy. You're cutting underneath, Renee. Okay, get downhill. Okay, don't have anything. Whoa, flash here, respace. Next action. Okay, Holmes, your spacing corner. Yeah, 5. Okay, good. Come on with it. All right, here we go.
Apologies, as always, for the language on the Sunday afternoon, but thank you for the privilege of coming into the sideline. And obviously, Coach Quinn Clinton not excited about the offensive rebounds that are being given up by the Rams. They forced 20 misses. The Tuatara just 5 for 25 from the field. But the Tuatara have 9 offensive rebounds off those misses, which is not the kind of percentages the Rams need if they're going to maintain this lead going forward.
Back underway, Taylor Britt with it. 7-point Rams lead. Goes at Dilling. Goes up, puts it over Isaac Davidson. Is just hard work for Taylor Britt at the moment. He's getting to the cup. He's getting looks. He's 0 for 6 though. Stripping away Jake Holmes takes it straight out of Dilling's hands.
Great activity with the hands. Jake Holmes, the youngster, staying aggressive on the ball handlers.
Cho from the Chemist Warehouse strike, missed it all.
Isaac Davidson's had a couple of brilliant defensive possessions. First on Taylor Britt on the help side. Comes over, challenges, then gets the rebound. That time he gets screened, but he's able to come back behind and really bother Cho from the side on that shot without fouling.
Well, Cho said he got hit on the elbow.
Well, that's what all shooters say. And he probably did.
Bairstow. More physicality again from the Tuatara.
And that's going to be Walter Brown's second personal foul down there in the paint after that whistle, which is going to impact his ability to play physically. Sean Bairstow just, that little grab on the hip there by Walter Brown.
Had a season high 22, did Sean Bairstow against the Jets earlier in the round. He's a 58% foul shooter this season.
Bit of struggle for him to get back to his rhythm, but he needs to get to his rhythm from the free throw line for the Hoops in Schools program from Chemist Warehouse. Got to get hoops at your schools, and you're in Auckland, Northland, and Coromandel? We'll find out more using that QR code. See if you can't qualify a school near you to get a brand new hoop, all thanks to Basketball New Zealand and the Chemist Warehouse, dedicated to making sure there's enough hoops for the young basketballers all across Aotearoa.
Excellent hustle from Bairstow off the miss. Unfortunate, couldn't keep it in.
Bairstow looking more comfortable. It's been a while since that early season injury. Game one took him a long time to get back, and just this last couple of games is the first time we've seen him playing like we expect him to.
Jake Holmes off the bench, connecting from deep.
Well, that's a huge shot for him. If he's able to find that perimeter gravity and step up a little bit in the wake of Todd Withers, that's certainly going to help this Rams offense moving forward today.
Certainly. He's just a 21% three-point shooter. He gets spot minutes, but he's been elevated into the rotation, up the rotation, I should say, as Vidanovic. Using the muscle as Riley knocks down that three.
Finally, they hit a triple, 1 for 7. It's find a little bit of the range from deep to equalize what the Rams have been doing. The Rams only 3 for 16 from inside the arc, but 5 for 11 from outside of it.
Zach Riley averages 15 a game as Cho gets the and one opportunity. Nice finish from Tamanang Cho. And Zach Riley might just be the spark plug the Tuatara need. Let's look at the strong move, and he's hit by Davidson, and he gets the finish.
Well, this Rams unit maybe taking a little bit of inspiration from that Hall of Fame team getting in. Been told that the names of the players from that 86 team are engraved on this round's uniforms. A special moment honoring them not only on the court, but in the jersey.
That's a nice touch from the Rams organization. Rob Lowe still can't get a bucket. He's 0 for 5. He's got 8 rebounds. Vidanovic swatted away.
These buddies are bouncing on the Tuatara. 21% from the field, 6 for 29.
Tom Vidanovic got away with one there. Got a lot of ball though. Walter Brown stepping back. Oh, nice from Walter Brown. That's pretty.
He's just so under control. And I think really picked up his ball handling this last year, the ability to come off the on ball and make those decisions, get back to the step back. Fantastic offense and great read.
Lead has gone to 11 here. Low. Another turnover. That is turnover number 10 for the Tuatara.
Well, it's just not just coming together. Everything looks a half beat off. And they had been rolling along before going down to the Nuggets last round. Thought they had gotten right, but certainly today, they are discombobulated offensively. 20% from the field, 14% from deep. That's their 10th turnover of the first half for a team that averaged less than 12 on the season.
We can get in and go at some pace, right? Let's keep doing that 77.
It's been tough sledding in this second quarter for the Tuatara again.
It goes back to V. We're going to post his ass. Cool. If for any reason they're in zone or it's a walker, let's get our flat spacing. All right? So it goes second side. We get this guy down low. All right, he sweeps through. We play this on ball here. And we're rolling out there. Just need a bit of bit of owning your real estate, a bit of like just strength with the ball. We want pace, but we also want the security more than anything. Don't rush your shots in the keyway, guys. Just be strong with it. They haven't blocked anything. It's either we rush or we smoke it. Here we go. Let's go.
Well, I love the investment strategy from Cam Glennon. Own your real estate, which they aren't doing right now. If you want to own some real estate in that belly, get it a large cup pepperoni pizza from Sal's, $35. Sal's Cup 26 is the QR code, valid until Tuesday, the 21st of July. Got to get in quick because the Sal's Steel weekly deals only got a couple of weeks left.
Nick, what did you hear in the Rams timeout?
Yeah, it's a very succinct message from Coach Quinn Clinton. It's just to really get to the 50-50s. He's not quite as happy with the energy as he'd like to be. He wants to see a bit more hustle, a bit more energy and enthusiasm, so wants to tidy up some of those 50-50s.
Taylor Britt finally gets a bucket, Nick. He's 1 for 7 now.
He gave the two-hand fist pump. Rob Lowe, can he come back the other way?
Rene Rougeau will get him. Rougeau, that's foul number 3, Casey.
I love the counter-attack, though, as Taylor Britt and Tom Vodanovich have a little something to say against each other. Taylor Britt comes through and finally gets the roll. The two-hand celebration. Rob Lowe in the counterattack, running the other direction. Not the easiest thing to do, get transition opportunities off made buckets, but the Tuatara, when they're at their best, can play with that type of pace.
Lowe at the line. His first point. And that's number 2 for him. He's already got 8 rebounds in this first half.
0 for 5 from the field. Josh Dilling 0 for 4 from the field. Tommy V 2 for 7. Sean Bairstow 2 for 5. And starting lineup just not finding the range early.
Midway point of the second quarter, Lowe sits. Visitors down 11. Cho. Brown looking for another 3. Ihaka Kate in the game and pulls down the board. Cho going at Davidson. Gives it back to Britt. 5 to shoot. Britt to the paint. And he's got 2 straight as Taylor Britt.
Beautiful crossover there. Comes back to his non-preferred right hand, and I think that confused Dilling as the primary defender a little bit. Expected him to go the other way, but he's able to get right to the rim because of that crossover to back to the right hand.
Vodanovich up high as Bairstow. Gives it to Davidson. Brown on him. This is a good matchup. Zach Riley. Good box out from Jake Holmes.
Offense is so difficult for the Tuatara here. The Rams just squeezing the life out of them in the half court, and a lack of transition opportunities is taking away the easy buckets. And that little side-to-side cross, Dilling gets lost, able to recover late, but enables Taylor Britt to get to the front of the rim for his 4th point of the game, to go along with 4 assists.
Biggest lead of the afternoon. Cho tried to drop it off the Britt, who hadn't stepped back in court on the floor. And it's going to be Riley for 3. Grimmin out for the Tuatara, now 1 for 9 from deep. Cho sees a lane and is fouled on the floor.
Oh, did they count that?
Counts. The continuation call is kind for Tamanan Cho.
That was quite the continuation call. Sometimes you're not able to get that in the NBL. Let's see, fouls there. Looks like he hadn't yet picked up the basketball. Got to say, I'm quite surprised they counted that as a bucket, because he had not yet picked up the basketball. Was still dribbling. But regardless, he's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to the old-fashioned three-point play, as the Rams are dominating defensively in the first half and doing enough on the offensive end to create a major gap as the second quarter is coming towards its close.
Well, ball don't lie for the Tuatara on that one. Cho misses the free throw. Dilling. Bairstow given all the room. He knocks it down. Too much room given. And that's their second three. They're 2 for 10, the Tuatara.
Bairstow's preference is to drive the basketball, but when you give a player that much room, even if they're not a great shooter, they can become a good shooter. And that's what happened there.
Poked away, nice defense and Cho.
That's the grab from behind. This is going to be a discussion about an unsportsmanlike foul, and my guess is it's going to go that way because there's no play on the basketball. He's just grabbing the arm. But let's see what the Barter Card officiating crew says. As Bairstow reaches across the body and gets in, and Cho's yelling at the referees and just grabs the arm. And that is an unsportsmanlike foul. That is the whistle. And it's not about the intent. It's not about how hard it is. It's about the play on the ball. Simply put, if you're behind and you don't make a play on the basketball as a genuine attempt at a steal, you're going to get that whistle. They're going to get the free throws and the basketball. A big chance for the Tuatara to work back in the game that, at first at least, goes wanting.
Second one, everyone thought it was just the technical, but it's the unsportsmanlike, so he gets 2. Does Isaac Davidson. Makes the second. Tuatara get the ball. Do you like what they're doing in Summer League, Casey, where they just, whatever situation is, you just get 1 foul shot. Couldn't be you fouled on 3, just get 1, but it counts for 3 if you make it.
You know what I'm going to do, Moles? I like it so much, I'm going to suggest it for the Rapid League next season.
Oh, what a great idea.
Let's speed it. Let's get it even faster.
Well, it's Rapid League, yeah. It doesn't work in the last 2 minutes of an NBA game, or a Summer League game, but it's a nice innovation. As Bairstow with 3 to shoot, Casey Ioane in the game and just lost the handle. Good defense from the Rams.
Rams playing really physically, but controlled defensively.
I mean, Tamanang Cho, yeah, he picked up the foul, the unsportsmanlike, but they only hit 1 free throw and they turned the ball over.
Worked well. Stop the break. Got your point across about getting some contact. See if it doesn't start to go your way now as the Tuatara continue to languish at 21% shooting, and that's their 11th turnover of the game.
It's Cho's first foul as well. Ihaka Kate shoots the 3. Ioane picks up the board. Another rebound. 29th for the Tuatara. They've got 12 O-boards. Swablow still sitting out there. Davidson gets the roll. Tough. Cuts the lead to single digits. And a timeout called from Quinn Clinton and the Rams.
Quinn Clinton has been very determined not to let the Tuatara find momentum. Every time something starts to go a little bit good, he's been instant in his ability to call a timeout and slow it down. 9 points the difference now. But if I'm Quinn Clinton, I'm concerned too because we're playing great. We're holding to 20% from the three-point line, under 25% overall. We forced 11 turnovers, but the areas of concern, the offensive rebounding, and the fact that we are only up 9 points, despite playing well this defensively, that can be a concern. If you've got a concern about who's the MVP this season, we'll have your say. The fans' MVP here from the Sal's NZNBL and fan appreciation round is open. Let us know who you think's the most valuable player on the season. You know, it doesn't have to be the best player. It doesn't have to be the guy who's actually going to be the MVP, but the fans' MVP. Who's your favorite? Is it an unsung hero? Is it that guy who leaves it all on the court? Or is it the leading scorer in the competition? Can be anybody. Share your voice and be in to win a major prize as well.
Well, this hasn't been the prettiest of games in the first half between 2 teams with championship aspirations. And if you want to check out some Toihi Basketball Aotearoa, the schedule was released this week. Use that QR code to see where they're playing near you. It all tips off late September for basketball. And the women's game, GJ Gardner Holmes Toihi Basketball Aotearoa, another season. And Nick Bewley had an ear in a timeout. What did you hear?
I was just listening in to Cam Glidden, their Auckland Tuatara head coach, and he said the energy on defense is going to help this stuttering offense. He's liking the energy defensively. He really wants Sean Bairstow to be as aggressive as possible.
Just like that.
They've identified a couple of matchups offensively. I won't give away all their secrets, but no, he's much happier than he was about 10 or so minutes ago.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, block from Bairstow. As Cho kicks it out. Newton in the game. And it's going to be Cho getting the footwork to go down. And Bairstow falls to the floor. We're just going to wipe up where he fell down, but excellent footwork from Tamanang Cho.
That's a power guard move there. Just a strong frame, gets right into the body of Bairstow and steps on his foot. That's what I actually thought happened.
That's what I mean when I say good footwork. Stepping on his feet helps.
It always makes it easy. Glad to see Tamaneng Cho none the worse for wear for that, but a nice little veteran trick there if you can pull it off purposefully, of which I do not think that was.
Bairstow sees a double at half court. Excellent Rams defense, but a foul. Too aggressive, Ihaka Cape and Taylor Britt.
Great trap there by Tamaneng Cho. Excellent awareness of what happened. Bairstow picked up that dribble in a bad spot and was in real trouble, but they couldn't keep that tight, couldn't keep him from splitting it, and because of that, Cho becomes the second Ram with 2 fouls.
Yeah, just going to say, correct that. It was Tamaneng Cho with the foul. Apologies there. It's just his second. Danovich wants him. He's got the mismatch in his eyes.
Exactly, you want to attack the guy with 2 fouls.
Jack Holmes did well, though, and Danovich falling away. Davidson with another O-board for the Tuatara. Rob Lowe back in the game and misses the 3. Rob Lowe still looking for a field goal. Cho runs into Tom Vodanovich, and he is worse for wear as Tamaneng Cho. Britt splitting the triple team by the looks of it, and he gets the flip up and in. Nice work from Taylor Britt. Lead back to 13. Bairstow. Dilling in the corner. Britt with the rebound.
A real opportunity here for the Rams to grab control of the game. They can get up 15. I think that gives them all the momentum going down, and Taylor Britt's able to do it with another rim attack. Everything going wrong for the Tuatara. They just have no way to grab the momentum on the road today.
Halftime can't come quick enough for Cam Glidden and the Tuatara. Just 25 points in one half of basketball. I'm going to say it's the lowest that they've had all season long.
I mean, the difference in execution and energy from the Tuatara from Friday night when they had a free-flowing game against a Jets team that certainly doesn't play with this level of physicality, but they were up and down. The pace was enormous, and it was constant. It never stopped. But today, the Tuatara just aren't able to find any of that momentum in transition, and in the half court, it has been a slog.
Well, their Rapid League team had 24 points in 12 minutes of basketball through 3 quarters of Rapid League. It's tough sledding for the Tuatara here. 14 is the lead for the Rams as Dilling's 3 is good. That helps with 40 seconds to go in the half. Here comes Taylor Britt, though, getting them on their heels. Waits for his reinforcements. Tamaneng Cho with it. Jack Andrew, another 3, knocking it down. Andrew with his 3rd triple.
Jack Andrew got the eye in. Mr. Efficiency shooting 50% and 11 points already.
Vodanovich on the glass. Offensive rebound number 14.
Just one of the things that the Tuatara are doing well today, enabling them to not quite go away.
This is 5th offensive board. Vodanovich, and that'll do us for the first half. A late spurt from the Tuatara, but the Rams in control at halftime here. And they lead by 12, 42-30. And they have done a really good job, Casey, of just controlling what the Tuatara can execute. Then they just haven't had the legs underneath them by the looks of it. Let's go to Nick Bewley. Nick.
Thanks, Miles, here with Jack Andrew. First things first, Jack, how pleased are you to hold a team like the Tuatara to 30 first-half points?
I mean, that's our game plan defense, really, so very happy with the result. The first half, just got to back it up for the next half.
Offensively, you got your radar on from 3. How much are you enjoying those opportunities from distance?
Yeah, it's always good to bring the big fella out and knock those down, so just got to keep the rate up and we should be good.
Good luck in the second half as we bring in Isaac Davison now. Isaac, not often the Tuatara held to 30 first-half points. What's the key to getting your offensive rhythm in the second half?
It's just to meet their physicality. Right now they're hitting us with the first punch. We're not really matching it. We're going up kind of trying to play for fouls instead of just trying to play to score, you know? And so we got to not worry about the refs, just worry about us.
And defensively, you feel like you're doing enough against the Rams unit that's got plenty of offensive threats?
We were doing all right for a bit, but I think because we're so worried about one end, we started to slip on defense as well, and so we definitely dropped in that second quarter.
Appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
How badly do they want this win? The Tuatara can secure a top 2 finish if they take a win today, but currently it's not looking likely at half-time. 42-30 is the score in Christchurch.
Next up, we have Andy Bennett, the Sydney Spoon operator. He operated a lot of posts. He represented the Rams between 1982 and 1991, including being part of the Rams Foundation team in 1982. Andy, congratulations on the 40th down. Just tell me about that 86 season, just one special memory for you. I guess the special memory was, it was a family away from your family. I can say that now, there's like things I used to watch for 30 or 40 years, and you walk back into a room and it's like I just saw them 5 minutes ago. So it really was a pretty close family, and it's what got us across the line with the team. All right, next up, Mr. Ian Webb. Now, one thing to know, obviously they beat the Saints in the final, but Ian was famous for having the winning shot in the semi-final to get through that final in '86. He represented the Rams between 1982 and 1992, and then came back for one last stint in 1998. Wow, he just couldn't keep you away. When you were still playing the Rams games with that '86.
Inside the Rams changing room in Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre, the Canterbury Rams with a 12-point lead at half-time here in the penultimate game of round 15 of the Sal's NBL. They lead 42-30 over the Tuatara. Excellent defensive effort, especially in that first quarter, holding the visitors to just 9 points, the Rams. 21 points conceded by the Rams. And the Tuatara, as they raise the jerseys of some legendary Canterbury Rams players, celebrating the 1986 NBL championship winning team, and 5 names honoured in the rafters of the Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre. Highlights, there were a few, we promise you. Casey will take you through them.
There weren't a ton, but there certainly were a couple. Isaac Davidson, his activity and energy was certainly one of the bully points for the Tuatara, defensively getting in the right place at the right time. 5 rebounds, excellent work off the wing, and enough offense to keep things going. His defense is going to be just as important as everything else as he tries to slow down this Rams team who's gotten very comfortable in the first half, but they don't start finding ways to get the ball in the bucket with a little bit more regularity, it's going to be a long night for the Tuatara. Isaac Davidson is a guy who can find a little bit more space.
Well, Tamanang Cho, conversely, for the Canterbury Rams, he has been excellent and efficient, it has to be said. He has been really good, falling away, 9 points, 6 rebounds, and just getting the and one there with the continuation. Tamanang Cho, the Cameroonian international.
And also 3 assists just a week after coming off of a triple-double. He's a guy who can hurt you in so many different ways, in the post, off the bounce, just has a knack for scoring, but he quite often just takes a back seat to the rest of these scorers in this offense. I'd like to see him get more aggressive with the facilitation and see if he can't chase another triple-double, because that's where he can do some real damage. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, the shooting numbers are not pretty, not from inside the arc and not from outside of it. The offensive rebounds, one of the few bright spots for the Tuatara, but it's negated by 11 turnovers in the first half for a team that averaged 11.7 per game coming in. Fantastic job by the Rams to be disruptive defensively. If they can continue it for another 20 minutes, they'll be right there on the cusp of claiming that second seed.
We'll take a break here at Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre in Christchurch, Otautahi. It is the Canterbury Rams honouring the 1986 championship winning team with an excellent first half performance. Second half coming up after the break. No mai hoke mai, welcome back to Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre. Great to see the Pauakai jersey here. They'll be their new home venue as well as both teams, the Rams and the Pauakai, head across town from Cowes to this beautiful new building that hopefully will deliver them a championship, the Canterbury Rams. And at the moment, they've got the Tuatara on the ropes at halftime, just 10 of 40 for 25% shooting for the visitors from the 09.
Well, it's been a stronghold for them this season. It's been difficult to get up any kind of activity against the Rams team on their home court, and it's no different today. The Tuatara came in feeling confident, feeling good, but just not being able to find a way to execute. Are they going to be able to turn the tide here in the second half and be only the second team to grab a victory on this court all season long? Southland earlier in the year was able to get a 9-point victory. As of now, it looks like the defense is too strong, but those halftimes have a way of flopping around the momentum. Let's see if that's the case today.
Well, they honored some of the 1986 players for their first championship, and they want to add to those 2 titles at the end there, 23, 24. They were stunned by the Sharks, the Rams last season in the semi-final. They want to get back to the big dance again. They've got aspirations like the Tuatara, who have been to the big dance but haven't been able to get the job done 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it was and then they missed it last season, couldn't quite get to that same level. Aching to get back, but right now it looks like the Rams got their number.
Low for 3 with a clean look, knocks it down.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Second half, second wind.
Perhaps.
Rob Lowe with his first field goal of the day and just the 4th triple of the game for the Tuatara.
Andrew with the screen and then the assist. Nice work from Jack Andrew.
A little fortuitous finish there.
Dilling. Bogdanovic pulls the trigger himself.
Well, you can see the Tuatara try to get a little bit more active with ball movement. Need to counter the activity of the Rams defense.
Here's Britt. McKee, left-hand finish.
Just really does a nice job of freezing Rob Lowe as that bottom defender, looking him off with a drop-off, forcing him to respect Rougeau, and Rob Lowe gets nowhere near the rim as the Rams continue their stellar defensive efforts.
Rougeau spins, puts it up and in.
And Rob Lowe runs back late because he was complaining to the official. Gets back half a tick late, enabling Rougeau to get that finish on the spin with no help around Bogdanovic.
Bairstow over Brown, knocks that down.
Just a lot of one-on-one basketball right now for the Tuatara. The ball's not finding the energy, not forcing the defense to adjust enough for my liking early in the second half.
Cho on the block again, finding some offense inside, which was hard to come by in the first half for the Rams.
Power guard move again. Loves it on the low block.
Bairstow in front of the rim on the fall away.
He had great position but couldn't corral the first initial pass. Forced it into a much more difficult fadeaway with Britt with a hand up.
Cho.
Back to the post, put him in the grindhouse. He loves it down there.
Look away to Rougeau, has it blocked by Lowe.
The long arm of Rob Lowe always waiting.
Davidson outside to Bogdanovic, another 3 ball. Front of the rim again.
Good offense, better pace. Getting that defense to fold in before kicking it out, but still can't create the space needed.
Rougeau with clear air. Strokes the 3.
And Rougeau 8 points on 6 shots. He's got 3 fouls as well.
Biggest lead of the afternoon, it's 18. Dilling off the glass. Bogdanovic goes down.
Gives him the old Hakeem Olajuwon show.
Brett taken away by Dilling. Stays with the Rams. Felt like he was fouled.
Like a lot of basketball, though. Good quick hands by Dilling. But these counterattacks by the Rams, just not letting the Tuatara defense get any kind of, no ball whatsoever.
Look, Taylor Britt absolutely has a case. And when he protests like that, you know that he has a point.
I think the angle at which Dilling got the arm, he took away the vision from the baseline official and the body blocked the officials on the sideline. That's why you stay aggressive defensively. You never know what the refs will see.
Brown from the corner. This misses, rebounded by Bogdanovic. Davidson on the wing, between the legs, going at Jake Holmes.
Tremendous transition effort by the Rams to slow them, the Tuatara down, force them into the half court.
Low. Nice work on the drop step.
First catch I've seen Rob Lowe get down low today. That's certainly an aspect of the game that I don't think the Tuatara have taken enough advantage of.
Brett to Holmes in the corner.
Big Holmes!
It's raining threes for the Rams at the moment.
It's his second triple of the ball game, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. He's got 5 rebounds and 3 steals as well.
That's their 8th three, they're 8 of 18. Low for 3. He knocks that down.
And starting to find a little bit of heat is Rob Lowe with 8 points this quarter, 2 triples from the outside the arc.
1 rebound away from a double-double as Taylor Brett gets to his spot.
This is the pace I thought this game was going to get played at. We'll find a little bit more freedom here in the second half as the Rams don't mind the loosey-goosey play, up 16.
Low gives it to Vidanovic. Slapped away by Walter Brown.
That's, I think, pretty fortunate for Walter Brown there to reach across the body. Normally when you see the ball go out at that angle, there's a bit of contact down low. Let's take another look at it. And pretty clean, gets that ball first. He has some arm afterwards, but the ball was dislodged by them. Fantastic defense by Brown in the post.
Davidson's fall away is good.
He loves that shot. Great screen by Rob Lowe to take out Walter Brown as the chasing defender on Isaac Davidson, giving him the space needed to hit the baseline Jimmy.
Still a double-digit lead, though. 14 for the Rams here. Rougeau, baseline long, 2 is good.
Just takes what's given to him. Play in, play out. 10 points now. And just 11 minutes is showing some great impactfulness.
Ihaka Kate is called for the foul. Vidanovic, good position on him. Just not enough, as you say, Casey, bone marrow off the bench to combat the size of the Tuatara, but they've done a good job. They've held this Tuatara team to just 32% from the floor. So we've got a timeout called by the Tuatara and Cam Glidden.
Yeah, they're needing to find some kind of inroads. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to say in this huddle.
On the three-point line, we're ready. Okay, no rejects. Send him to the screen. We get 1 slide from our big. We have a last. We have a take 2. Sound good?
All you got to do is
this baseline
side all the way
nice.
to the other end of the stand.
Sean, take it out.
And Pete, are you ready? And 3, 2,
Rob,
1, here we go.
TV.
M&P.
Nice, get out there. Take your time, Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Throw it to TV in the post.
It's going fast.
Sean, if he's on your back, you're curling Robbie. If he gets in front of you, you're back cutting. Okay, here we go.
Well, Cam Glidden wants all about defense and double teaming and more activity. And if you need a little bit more activity for lunch or maybe dinner, get that $35 large cup pepperoni pizza from Sal's. Use that QR code or the online code Sal's Cup 26. Valid until Tuesday, the 21st of July. Now we've got Nick Bewley to chat about what was happening in the other timeout.
Yeah, Casey, Rams coach Quinn Clinton just wanting them to be half a second quicker on some of those closeouts. Felt Rob Lowe got hot there, obviously, to begin the second half with 8 third-quarter points. So that was the main message. Just back to halftime, I don't know what Cam Glidden reiterated there, but he mentioned a game last month on the road against the Taranaki Airs. They were down 15 at halftime. They ended up winning that one by 21 points. So this is not uncharted territory for the Tuatara, and he's trying to draw on some previous history for another double-digit comeback win here.
Well, if they win this game by 21, Casey Frank, I would be shocked.
Yeah, there's I mean, all due respect to the Taranaki Airs, a slight difference between the Rams and the Airs this season, although the Airs have been solid. But the Tuatara certainly have enough firepower to get back in the ball game.
Rob Lowe hustling. Look at him get down there and get to the ball.
Foul called, and that's going to be Rene Rougeau's 4th as he goes over the top. He wanted the jump ball, but he jumps on and gets the body. So that certainly impacts what he's going to be able to offer the rest of the game. How about Rob Lowe? 4 red jerseys? My basketball.
He's 34 years old. He's been around since the beginning of time.
He's 6'11". He's the first one to the court.
Love that. That's good coaching from Cam Glidden.
And you know who hates that?
From Nick Bewley.
Is Quinn Clinton with the stand-up timeout. We're not allowed in there right now because he's giving it to him.
Yeah, we cannot go anywhere near that timeout. And we've seen this from Quinn Clinton a couple of times this season when he knows that this effort that he's seen from the Tuatara can spell trouble for them, and he needs to nip that in the bud right now.
And he's done that really well today. Every time the Tuatara get the slightest sliver of momentum, it's timeout, it's him telling them what to do, and I love the stand-up timeout. For those newly initiated to the league, we are not allowed to send in cameras or audio when there's a stand-up timeout from the coach and everybody surrounding him. That is when they are allowed to use all those expletives we normally apologize about.
60-46. And so it will be Tuatara ball after the Rob Lowe hustle. And Rob Lowe has got his double-double. 10 points, 11 rebounds.
And the Rams have come out really physically.
Here comes Davidson, looking to get physical with Walter Brown.
Looks like a couple of fouls out there.
Zach Riley's to the floor. He got hit inadvertently, and he's still down. Walter Brown over the top of him.
Rams lifted that physicality, and the officials are letting him get away with it. And Zach Riley just takes that head smash.
Yeah, he really got hit on the back of the head there by Walter Brown. This is good hustle, though, from the Tuatara.
Zach Riley's been getting hit in the noggin for a long time. I remember being at his parents' house one time when he was 2. He got an egg that I swear was the size of his entire dome. And he bounced back from that, so this should be easy.
Jack Andrew to Cho. Gives it back to Andrew. And deep on low. Cho has it back. 6 to shoot. Operating on Bairstow. Cho with the turnaround. Excellent work. Jack Andrews fouled. 2 shots coming up for Jack Andrew.
Good work on the glass by the big fella. Jack Andrews, so efficient. Shooting 55% from the field. He's got 13 points, 7 rebounds now. And that was his 4th offensive rebound of the day. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. We're giving you a chance to get a hoop at a school near you, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. Auckland, Northland, Coromandel, you are up. If there's a school in your region that needs some new hoops, scan that QR code and find out more how you can qualify a school near you, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
Andrew splits the pair. Bairstow finding Davidson. Inside to Vidanovic. Too strong. Another offensive rebound. They are just pulling them down at amazing pace. That's 18 now. As Vidanovic is fouled on the floor by Jake Holmes. Jake Holmes, that's his 2nd foul. As you say, Rougeau on the bench at the moment in foul trouble with 4.
Well, if I'm the Tuatara, I think I just keep playing this physical game because it's baiting the Rams into activity, I think, a little bit above the red line right now. And they need to stay getting in. If they can continue to work this foul count in their favor, it's going to mean good things. Next foul, and the Tuatara shooting free throws for the rest of the quarter. Look at that activity down low as Jake Holmes grabs Tommy V, and he's going to be off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
This is one way of doing it. Get them into foul trouble.
See that grab? That's the grab. That foul right there. That keeps Tommy V from getting the ability to jump up and get the foul. Jake Holmes questioning, am I not allowed to grab like that? That one, sorry, I thought that was the 5th foul. Apparently not.
Just the 4th foul. And then Wilkie steps out of bounds.
Best defender in the league.
A lot of ball don't lie in this game. More so the line. More so the line. Brown. Fall away. Wilkie with the rebound. Here's Bairstow. Low. Thought about the pass. Hit the 3. And that option comes up empty for Rob Lowe. It's Cho on the drive. Besto got all of them. And Cho will just take a moment here.
Nice recognition of where the defensive help was out. Rob Lowe's guarding the trailing big there. So he's got to stay connected. And the second he pulls out just a bit, that explosive push to the rim gets Cho the ability to get back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe as he gets the whistle on Besto, just his first of the day.
Played briefly for the Houston Rockets in Summer League in 22 after graduating from Brown University, where he played 107 games. Tamanang Cho, he's played in Bulgaria, France, Germany, Spain, and Finland. Those are some tough leagues as well. Finds himself at the Rams. He makes the second. And this Rams lead, still comfortable double-digit lead. Uncomfortable about playing the Tuatara though. It's another heavy contact happens with Tom Vodanovic, and he collects Tamanang Cho at the end of that as well.
Yeah, that's the back of Tommy V's head hitting the shin of Tamanang Cho, and both players are the worse for wear. Just really unlucky as Millen Newton gets tied up with Tommy V, who sells it a bit.
That's not good when he falls into the back of a leg like that, or side of a leg.
It was less head, but the angle on Tamanang Cho, I'm actually surprised to see him up, because that looked like it was a little bit of that side action, and you saw that sideways bend in the slow-mo, which so often leads to tears in the ACL. But it looks like it might be a bit of a sprain action for him. A lot of toughness on display there.
Vodanovic, this is the first.
The crowd getting into it. Getting into the ball don't lie activity themselves. Feeling that wasn't the right call. Free throws going wanting, not what the Tuatara can do if they want to get back in the ball game.
Certainly, Cho, he's got it back. Holmes thought about it. Cho has an offensive board. It's their 12th. Tuatara have 19 at the other end. And a turnover. Just their 5th turnover. Cho felt like he was bumped.
Well, there's a lot of bumping. It's a physical game.
It really is.
If you're able to play with the physicality without your hands, you're getting away with it right now. If you're body contacting, if you're using your hips, it's okay. It's the hands that you have to be aware of, but there are a lot of contacts being let go on both sides. As Cho goes for the tackle underneath on Tommy V. They're struggling with Tom Vodanovic on the post.
Yeah, it's the 3rd for Cho here.
And it's all away from the basketball. I love the physicality that Tom Vodanovic is playing with, and I also love the fact that he's hanging around their huddle and just chipping away to see what he can get into. And we heard it from Isaac Davidson in the first half. We need to stop worrying about officials. Both teams, I think, need to come back together, stop focusing on the whistle puffers and start focusing on the activity that gets the ball in the bucket.
Cho has got a lot to say at the moment as well. He's been at the brunt of a lot of the physicality in the stretch of the 3rd quarter.
Tommy V over the last 3.
There he is. He's animated about the miss.
Tom Vodanovic is 3 for 12 from the field, 9 rebounds. Now 0 for 3 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, make it 0 for 4.
Low with an offensive board. He felt like he got hit. He's lucky he's not going to get a technical here.
Not often you see Rob Lowe shoot an air ball from 2 feet, though.
No, he's probably got a point. That's why he's so animated. He and Vodanovic, 5 offensive rebounds each. Brett, oh, that's pretty, but he couldn't finish. He's going to be careful here. He doesn't pick up a foul on Lowe. Biggest point guard in the league at the moment. It's Rob Lowe.
That looks like a lot of contact again.
We're back the other way. Dylan Wilkie, I call that the professional foul.
The officials need to get control of this game. They need to get together, get both teams and tell them to zip it and start playing. Because it's impacting the way everything else is happening.
That, I believe, is the third team foul of the quarter for the Tuatara. Rob Lowe.
This last 2 minutes has gone slowly.
It's pretty grindy, Casey. Oh, Lowe with a steal.
Too fast.
Tries to put it down, and Andrew all over his shoulder. He gets the finish.
This is exactly what they want. Jake Holmes trying to bring the ball up the court. He's able to take the pressure nicely.
Taylor Britt and one, just got the angle, got the shoulder to work. And he finishes and will head to the line to shoot his foul shot. And Taylor Britt, that's what he does. So good with either hand, left-hand shooter, but just so proficient.
I've been impressed by the opportunities that the Rams have pounced on today. They're not running every time, they're not attacking the rim every time, but the few times that they've seen a Tuatara defender out of place or not in the right rotation, they've taken advantage and they've gone. And that time, Taylor Britt sees no big down low to help. Well, I can attack off the dribble here, get to my stronger left hand, get the finish, get the foul, and get the three-point play the old-fashioned way from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
So here's Dilling and Davidson. Back to the American, Walter Brown on him. Lowe comes across. Andrew switches back. Lowe takes advantage of it. Gets the finish. Simple basketball. They make it look easy, but it's still tough against the size of Jack Andrew.
I love that catch at the elbow. You have so many options as a big when you get that catch there. You can put it on the bounce really easily. Just one, max 2 dribbles, you're on the cup. You've got the jump shot. You can be a great facilitator as well. That's an area I'd look to attack moving forward if I was the Tuatara.
Rob Lowe will pick up the foul, and he's trying hard not to pick up a technical. He's really working them in this quarter.
It's going to be 2 shots now for the Rams.
Just showed too hard in front of the referee. Had that left leg out a little bit, and Taylor Britt sells it very well. I mean, he did get tangled up, of course.
Well, Taylor Britt, not the heaviest. Can get impacted by that contact, and quite often what gets called is how the contact looks, and the result of that looks like that.
Just a quick note on the uniforms of the Canterbury Rams. You see on the front here of Taylor Britt's uniform, they've all got the Canterbury Rams championship winning team, 40th anniversary, and they've got the names of that team on the jersey as well. Celebrating the 86 team. Here's Bairstow to close out the third quarter. Low for 3. Misses it. Here's Taylor Britt from midcourt to end the quarter. And it's a 17-point lead, 67-50. Just 10 minutes to go here at Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre, Otatahi, Christchurch. We'll come back after the break. Quinn Clinton and the Rams looking to seal this one off and send the Tuatara packing with an L. No mai hoka mai, welcome back. The Rams in control, 67-50. Rams head coach Quinn Clinton joins us now. Now, thank you for your time, Quinn. This is a physical game. It has been grindy. You must be really impressed, though, with the resilience you've got against a bigger team today.
Yeah, I'd love to agree with you on that, but I think we just got to show more fight on the glass. Like, a lot of these are 50-50 rebounds, and they're coming up them right now. Like, we've got to come up with it.
Well, the defensive effort has been impressive. You held the Tuatara just 9 points in the first quarter and 41 points since. What has been the focus on getting them disrupted offensively as it looks like the jump ball changed directions there for you?
To be honest with you, I think we've just been lucky. Like, I think they've missed a lot of shots. Playing their third game in 7 days, so I think, yeah, that's probably got more to do with it than us, unfortunately.
Thanks for your time, Quinn. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Where's the joy, Quinn Clinton? Up 17, just nothing to do with us. It's all just luck as Isaac Davidson hits the first jumper. Now, that is the head coach for you. There's always a better place to be.
He's right about the glass, though. 20 offensive rebounds given up. And there's only a +5 advantage overall. That will not make Quinn Clinton happy at all with a turnover there. They're 7th of the game. The Tuatara, I think they had, was it 10, Casey, in the first quarter? Close to, if not. They've only got 12.
Yeah, they had 11 at halftime. I believe they had 9 in that first quarter, but they've done a much better job taking care of the basketball and adapting to the physicality of the Rams here in the second half. But the offensive efficiency on the shot has not followed it.
Davidson's hit on the fall away.
And at this point, if I'm the Rams with that 15-point lead, I don't stop playing with any kind of physicality whatsoever. I don't care if we're sending them to the line. I just want to play as physical as we can and keep rotating through these bodies. Only Rene Rougeau in real foul trouble. Jake Holmes with 3. Temeneng Cho with 3 as well. But overall, the bodies that you have to rotate through, you can continue to play with this level of imposing physicality. Isaac Davidson gets the free throw, up to 11 points now, 5 rebounds. It's the first time they were able to hit 2 in a row in quite some time. 13 points the difference. A lot tighter than it seems in a game that the Rams have felt like, from our standpoint at least, have been dominant.
Lost the handle, another turnover. Had it poked away, so here's Davidson. Dilling knocks that 3 down.
Huge shot.
That is a timeout for Quinn Clinton. It is not the start that the Rams were after to come out of three-quarter time, and they've cut it to 10.
And this is exactly why Quinn Clinton was the way he was when he was talking to us. I poke fun at it, I jest, but he feels it. He understands that it's not that we're playing great, it's just that we're getting enough done. And they were missing shots like this earlier in the game. This time Dylan hits it, a difficult one, but this is a team that can hit the difficult ones, but will they start to do so from here?
They're trying to catch him here in the middle. You've got to deny this catch. Extend it. Switch it. Got to go bracket. Got to go bracket. Oh yeah. They're into hard show here. Shorten passes. Okay. We're into 2. Okay. Holmesy, screen down. Whoa. This will be you. Okay. Get the catch. TB hit him. Get it back. Flare Jack. Here. Screen. Shorten. High low. Holmesy be ready to shoot. E be ready to shoot. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. Here we go. Embrace it. Embrace it. Let's go, fellas.
There you see the live standings. The Tuatara points percentage is going to be pretty tough to combat. We've got Nick Bewley in the Tuatara huddle. What do you have for us, Nick?
Yeah, Coach Cam Glidden just saying there, gentlemen, that we are right there. That is just the start. We talked about at that end of three-quarter break. They were down 17 within the space of, what, a minute and 10 seconds. They cut it to 10. Keep the energy, keep the enthusiasm, keep the chirping to them, and continue to eat away at this lead. There's a lot of basketball to go.
Nick, you're certainly correct. This is fascinating. We had the live ladder up, Nick, and you just see that the Tuataras will still be in second spot despite the loss here with 1 game remaining, and the Rams still behind them, all because of points differential, and the superior points differential is low. Couldn't get that 3 to go. But this is fascinating because they'll have the Airs, I believe, to round out the season. The Rams
Have the Bulls.
Have the Bulls. But the Sharks have the Saints on the road in Wellington, a replay of the grand final from last year.
Slightly different.
Which is a tough ask. They'll be up for it. Don't you worry about that. Coach Yim will have them ready. It's another turnover for the Tuatara, and 2 empty possessions in a row for Cam Glidden.
And there could be some gamesmanship with that as well. Of course, if the Wellington Saints finish 4th, they would come through on the crossover with the team that finished 2nd. So do they want to get that win? Do they want to see the Sharks 2nd? Would they like to see the Rams in there? Would they like to see the Tuatara? Look at the Tuatara defense. It's been fantastic here. Zach Riley all over Tamaning Joe. Oh, and they're saying Zach Riley wants the 8-second call, but he grabbed the ball. Once you grab the ball, he has possession. That resets the shot clock. Let's see.
Well, they are talking about it, Casey, but I will always defer to you because I think you're correct. I think Zach Riley got it.
Yeah, once he grabs that ball, that's a reset.
So it will be Rams ball on the possession arrow. But yeah, you're right. The gamesmanship as well. Like, the Saints will back themselves to get anywhere into the grand final and win it. That is for sure. These 2 teams will. The Sharks, they're on top at the moment. And I'd love to host a final in Invercargill. It'd be a long time since they've hosted a final, if at all.
I don't know if they've ever had the final down there.
I'd love someone to reach out from the Sharks.
They won in Wellington. They won in Hawke's Bay, from memory.
So yeah, maybe it will be their inaugural grand final if they host it. There's still plenty of water to go under the bridge as we head into the last round of the NZNBL.
I can hear Coach Yim telling you, stop talking about it.
Yeah. I can actually hear him as well. I can hear him, then I can see him put his hands in his pockets and walk away.
With a smile, of course. But for the meantime, 7:22 and what's becoming an interesting game. The physicality, I think, is starting to be shredded by both teams.
Davidson on the baseline, fall away.
8-point difference. What a run here. 9-0 to start the quarter by the Tuatara.
It's been over 3 minutes since the Rams scored, and we've got a foul.
And what I'm seeing from the Rams here offensively, without Taylor Britt on the court, is a real lack of execution in the half court. We're not seeing that ball go from side to side. We're certainly not seeing the ball finding the energy it needs to by paint drives and kickouts. Is that all Tuatara defense, or is it just the fact that the floor general's not on right now?
Taylor Britt, there he is, on the bench. Quinn Clinton trying to buy him some time, no doubt. He'll be coming in the next few possessions as Kate in the corner, empty. Vidanovic had it ripped away by Holmes. Excellent work on the glass. Jake Holmes getting it done. His 8th board.
And his 8th point as well. Fantastic energy from the teenager. He has just slid into the starting spot and given the Rams the production they desired.
Bairstow. Fall away. Nothing but air, and it will be Rams ball. And we've got a timeout from Cam Glidden and the Tuatara.
Well, when you work so hard to get back into a ball game and then have a couple of empty possessions, you might need time for a little blow. Just reassess, recalibrate, and get yourselves back where you need to be. 10 points, a lot of time left, but neither team really finding that flow on the offensive end. It's going to be a defensively themed 4th quarter.
So this is how it looks for round 16, the first 3 games. The Phi and the Nuggets. The Nuggets have already locked up spot number 5. But the Phi have not locked up anything as of yet. Huge game for the Phi. Interesting to see what the Nuggets will do. Jess Sparrow will have them ready, no doubt.
And the Phi also have the points percentage advantage of all those teams in the chase. So if they end up on a tie, they're in the best shape. The Hawks and the Saints, tough season for the Hawks, but when they've got their full contingent, always powerful with the firepower. Well, Jets and Bulls, that could be a loser leaves town match for the race for 6. The Bulls can get to 8 wins if they win their last 3 games.
Fascinating to see how the Saints go with a double round. Obviously the Phi have a double round as well. And then the Giants and Phi, big couple of games for the Phi. The Tuatara and the Airs. The Airs are on the cusp, on the outside, looking in with opportunities. Permutations, though, and ramifications of games before them will play into what happens to their regular season.
The Nelson Giants not out of it, even though they can only get to 7 wins. Their points percentage gives them the advantage against anybody except the Phi. So a lot of stuff to talk about, and after today's games, a lot of stuff I'll be writing about tomorrow.
Make sure you check out the NZNBL website as Rougeau lost it out of bounds.
I thought it went off the leg of Bairstow there, and so did Rougeau, as we see the ball go inside, and he comes up, not just lost the arm, a little bit of contact, but that's the contact that the officials have been letting go all day. Both teams need to adjust.
Tuatara down 10. Biggest lead was 18 for the Rams. Bogdanovic has it slapped away. Here comes Brown. Cho. Rams reset, plenty of time to shoot it. Here's Brown spinning. Good D from Dilling. Cho, 5 to shoot. Going at Bairstow. Pull up. Nice contest. Great offense though.
Tumnang Cho gets to 17 and pulls up, but the length of Bairstow does not impact that shot at all. Fantastic shot making.
Low to the cup. Puts it up and in.
Maintaining the distance. The Tuatara can't let this get much further than 10 points.
Rob Lowe picks up the foul on Rougeau. So Rougeau and Cho both have 4 fouls. Zach Riley's got 4 fouls. 3 now for Lowe. And how much longer does Taylor Britt? He's out there now, actually, which is
exactly the question answered.
Well, he's got 5:24 to go.
And this is where you bring back in your point guard. Up 10 with the ball.
Britt gives it to Cho. Nice. Smooth from Cho again from that elbow.
Rob Lowe's worried about the drive all the way, but Cho wants to get to the midi. He created that space and took it.
Nice drive from Davidson.
Tuatara having a lot more impact going all the way to the cup, finding much more freedom than they found through the first 3 quarters.
Trading buckets just aren't going to work. It isn't going to work for the Tuatara. It's not an option, but forcing turnovers, or unforced turnovers for that matter.
Beautiful shot there by Cho. Next time down the court, he picked up the 11th turnover of the game for the Rams.
He and Britt both have 16 for the Rams. Davidson's fall away. Cho with the rebound. Rebound number 7. Finds Rougeau. The show was hard from Bogdanovic, who picks up the foul.
It was hard, but it was late.
It was 3 for him now.
If he traps that early, that's a fantastic place to get a trap. If you just jump it right away before he starts to attack and force him to kick that on, you're in great position. But watch here, he's a little bit late the second that dribble comes, and then he comes out, just not in position. Cho feels the contact, sells the call, and gets the ball to the sideline for the Rams. You see the biggest lead of the game for the Rams was 18.
And
there it is.
Taylor Britt at the elbow.
Ice water come in, the mid-range coming into play for the Rams here in the 4th quarter. They're finding a lot of space there, and they're taking advantage now that they know they can get it.
Inside to Bogdanovic. Excellent defense from the Rams.
Went too fast against Taylor Britt in the post. You've got that point guard down there. Take all the time in the world, force the help to come, and foul you from behind.
Cho. Andrew's got great position on Dilling. Went too strong, and then it's just too easy for Jack Andrew. Bread and butter for him.
The big fella with no other big fellas around. Rob Lowe's out on the perimeter after the switch. Tommy V not in great position, and Jack Andrews says, that's my lunch. I'm going to eat it all day.
Bairstow on the reverse.
Nice ball movement. So easy to hit Bairstow on those backdoor cuts because he does stand 6'8", 6'9", so he can throw over the top.
Holmes, 3.
What a game.
Another one for Jake Holmes.
What a game. 4 for 5 from the field, 3 from 4 from beyond the arc, 11 points, 8 rebounds in just under 30 minutes, 4 steals as well. And now it's coming together for the Rams. Stretching it back to 15 with 3 minutes left. It looks like they brought in Taylor Britt at just the right time. Another look at Jack Andrew. My rebound, my ball, my rim.
This is excellent work from the Canterbury Rams here on their home floor. They've really controlled this game from the jump. It hasn't been easy, it hasn't been pretty, that is for sure. They haven't been able to keep the Tuatara off the offensive glass, but they've held them to some tough shooting, just 34% as the Rams turn the ball over. There's Bairstow to the cup, up and in.
And 34% overall and 24% from three. 4 more made threes for the Rams, and that's the difference in the ball game. Great steal by Dylan. This one's not over quite yet.
And that will be Rajo's night, or afternoon for that matter. Gives up the and one, and he's done.
Joe just needs to walk away. Your night's over. No use complaining. The calls haven't gone your way. Don't get a cheap technical late. As we see, Zach Riley gets the steal, gets the contact, and just keeps that door slightly open for the Tuatara. Down 11, a chance to get it to 10 with a made free throw here. 2:32 to play. Stranger things have happened than a 10-point comeback.
80-69. It is a relatively precarious position here. As Rene Rajo's fouled out of the game. He is not convinced that should have been a foul, understandably.
Well, you'll never convince a player.
Ever.
Well, at this point in the game, if you're the Rams, it's all about ball control. Stop turning it over. The clock's our friend. 24 seconds each possession. I don't even care if we get a shot. Just use up the full 24. For the Tuatara, it's about space. We have to attack quickly. We can't take 9-10 seconds to get a shot off. It has to be quicker than that, and we have to be on the glass afterwards. Be interesting to see if the Tuatara come out in a more determined press as well. Will be an excellent time to bring that full court pressure and get a trap.
80-69. Nick Bewley, what did you hear in the timeout?
Yeah, just listening to Rams coach Quinn Clinton there, and he just said, fellas, got a bit loose there in those last couple of possessions. Let's not forget, we are where we want to be. We're up double digits. The lead is 11, but we cannot get complacent. Then he pointed directly at Taylor Britt, making his return here this afternoon, missed the last 4, and said, this is where you need to come to the fore. You're our floor marshal. You control the pace, control the tempo, use the clock to your advantage, and see this one out.
Missed the free throw. Tuatara all over them. Walter Brown in a world of trouble. Finds Britt, though.
Brilliant pass.
Excellent work from Walter Brown.
That was only a second or two away from a 8-second call. Great awareness, but that just comes with playing with somebody for a long time, knowing where they're going to be.
Albeit, though, the shot clock is now down to 3 seconds.
Oh, no.
And a foul. Zach Riley's going to be called for it, is he?
I'd like to take another look at that. Didn't see.
That's his 5th if it is.
Yeah, beautiful pass.
That's great.
Just a nice run as well. Well, I don't like that call. That's
the least physical.
I don't like that call at all.
I think we've seen this afternoon.
It's just Taylor Britt losing the basketball and hoping for the best.
Holmes in a corner, and he traveled. Great defense from Vidanovic to get the young man to move his feet.
Fantastic D there. Jumping up and closing the space and being strong defensively too, because Jake Holmes was bringing that elbow to create it and just wasn't able to do so.
Well, the problem here is for the Tuatara. They need to score, and threes would help. Zach Riley, he shoots at 38% from downtown. As Taylor Britt might get done for a flop warning, as Vidanovic is found underneath by Rob Lowe. And so the lead is cut to 9 with 1:51 to go. Here's the pressure from the Tuatara. And Vidanovic picks up the foul on Cho, who has been chirping at each other. I don't want it. I don't want it, says Tamanang Show.
Hey, fair enough. After Tommy V comes through with one of those 2x4s that he's got on his arms and smacks you across the front, I'm not kind of looking for you to lift me up either.
Nick, you've been you're obviously sidelined. You've heard the chat between these two guys.
Yeah, I was just going to fill you guys in. It has been box office, pay-per-view stuff just between Tamanang Cho and Tom Vodanovic all game long. They have been chirping back and forth, back and forth. You might remember Vodanovic missed 4 free throws in a row and Cho clapping at him. Then Cho hits a shot in front of the Tuatara bench. He's letting him hear it. So absolutely zero surprise there that he wasn't willing to have that hand up.
Cho misses and then makes the second. So the lead is back to 11 here. Excuse me, 10, 81-71. Low going at Andrew. Strapped away by Holmes, who finds the lead pass. He's got Brown to his right. And Jake Holmes will head to the line to shoot 2 as he's going over to help out Walter Brown, who got inadvertently collected by Dilling.
Ravelo's still upset about the no call on the other end, but that is the type of day it is, and the officials for both teams has become the focus of their lack of ability to execute. It has been a physical game, 20 offensive rebounds for the Tuatara, but overall the rebound count goes to the Rams, and that was their key. Can we control the boards? They haven't controlled it, but they certainly have contained the ability of the Tuatara to convert on those opportunities that they were getting on the offensive glass. And that is why they've got this big lead late, which, oh no, Taylor Britt, I think he might have just got one in the space that he wasn't able to.
He just ran into it.
No, call a timeout, get him out of the court. This is...
He just took a shot there.
He's...
Tom Vodanovic set the screen and he just ran straight into him. That's the second time it's happened in the game, and he's missed a bunch of games recently through concussion.
Oh, and that's, yeah, just hits his head on the shoulder. Oh, unfortunate. And that's, if I'm the Rams, I'm putting Taylor Britt to the bench. He's had multiple concussions this year.
He looks to be staying on. Quinn Clinton and having a conversation. Ihaka Kate comes on.
Looks like he's...
I think he got subbed out and then he said, no, I'm coming back on.
Oh, glad to see he's okay, but I would like to see that checked a little bit more, especially in a 10-point game.
Here's Jake Holmes, who's been excellent for the Rams. And we've got a foul by Wilkie. And an excellent performance by the Rams here. Double-digit.
The captain back in. Taylor Britt going to take it out.
4 double-digit scores is Jake Holmes. Going for 14 and 15 points here. 8 rebounds as well for Jake Holmes.
Fantastic effort for the young fella. 4 steals.
3 for 4 from deep, 2 for 3 from the line. 4 steals, yep, 2 blocks.
He's getting on that the list of the MVP candidates with that performance. Himself, Taylor Britt, Tamanang Cho, Jack Andrew have all been really solid.
I would go Cho, but he's got 6 turnovers, Casey.
Oh, that's the way to be a stickler.
I think Taylor Britt, he started, so he was cold.
He was cold.
I think it was 0 for 6, maybe 1 for 7 then, off the top of my head, and he's responded nicely. He's got 18 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, just the 2 turnovers for a high usage guard. He played 32 minutes.
Plus 11 in that time.
Double-double for Jack Andrew, 16 and 11 for him.
Efficient as always.
4 blocks.
Tuatara, get it back to single digits.
84-75. Here's Cho. Just put it in the late case for the game MVP.
Yeah, gets up to 19 now.
Bairstow, under a minute, finds Wilkie.
That kind of day for the Tuatara. 6 for 26 from beyond the arc now. You could never find that range from deep. And it looks like the Rams are going to just stretch this one out. 40 seconds. Time is running too short for the Tuatara. Not impossible from here, but extremely unlikely. The Rams are going to get this victory and keep the door open for a chance at the #2 seed. The Southland Sharks, if this stays and the Tuatara get the L, will be in control of their own destiny, win, and they will have home court advantage going through.
The Rams will improve to 15-4 and draw level with the Tuatara, but points differential will keep the Tuatara in second spot here.
BNZ player timeout there.
So every point matters, obviously, in the standings with points differential. Rapid League results matter for points differential as well in the Sal's NBL. And the Auckland Tuatara clinched the Rapid League title this afternoon, beating the Rams. And you can get your ticket to the big game with that QR code, all thanks to the BNZ player timeout. Fewer than 500 tickets available for round 16, the last round of the Sal's NBL. The Rams still in the race for a top 2 finish as Wilkie gets free in the corner, strokes it, and that will help the points differential. Of course, as Brown, they need to score. Jake Holmes gives it to Walter Brown, who will shoot it.
There you go.
Knocks down the 3, 91-78.
That gets him to double figures on a tough shooting day, but impactful day nonetheless for Walter Brown. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
And Bairstow might just get the last bucket of the game as Taylor Britt holds it. 91-80, the Rams get the win. They celebrated their first title in '86 with a presentation pre-game and retiring the numbers of some legends of Rams basketball at halftime. And they get the job done. They beat the Tuatara 91-80. Excellent work. Taylor Britt is our game MVP. Tough start to begin with, but he's a tough customer. He's been in many tight spots for the Rams, but he has been excellent. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Taylor Britt.
And that's what this game was about, toughness. And the Rams just showed a little bit more of it. Physical toughness, mental toughness. They were able to get through, work their way through all the adversity that they had felt up to this point. You know, a late loss of Todd Withers changed their lineup. But they came out and they performed on the defensive end in particular, holding a powerful Tuatara offense to just 80 points, under 40% shooting on the day. Exactly what the Rams needed to thrust themselves back in the top 2 conversation.
It's all about points differential after wins and losses. You got to win to stay in the hunt.
In 80 points, the lowest point total for the Tuatara this season. The next lowest was 86 in the opener. Oh, sorry, that's the Rams, actually. I'll check my stats again. I missed that one.
Still, they did a job on a high-powered offense against the Tuatara. The Rams defense excellent from the jump. They led by as much as 18. And they've taken an 11-point win.
Matches the lowest total of the season. 80 points to the Nuggets a round to go. So the Tuatara offense sputtering at the wrong time of season. Rams take advantage.
As they take a lap of thanks for their fans here at Parakiori Sport and Recreation Centre. And some of them file out. They'll be happy with another Rams win. They've got another game in round 16 coming up.
There's Rambo. Bring it, Rambo. One of the fan favorites. There you see the jerseys that were retired behind. All smiles on a big day for the Canterbury Rams. Celebrating the past.
Some great names up there celebrating that 40-year anniversary of the title in '86. This league in its 45th year. And the Rams most recently won in '24. went back-to-back in 24, and they want to get back to the grand final in 2026. And they play like today, and they can weather the storm from the Tuatara on the glass. They've got some tough opponents in the postseason to come.
Yeah, and it ends up winning the rebound battle by 2.
Which is unbelievable because they were getting smashed in the first half.
Also unbelievable because the Tuatara missed 51 shots. That's a lot of opportunity for those second chance opportunities, but they did not get burned by them.
No, second chance points, just 12 for the Tuatara. Nick Bewley's got Taylor Britt with him.
I certainly do. Our commentator's MVP, Taylor Britt. Particularly early on, it was hard going for both teams offensively. What got your rhythm into this one to close out against a very good Tuatara team?
Yeah, definitely an ugly, scrappy game, really physical. Yeah, I don't know. We just made a few more shots, I guess. They're a pretty good defensive team. They packed the paint a lot. So just, yeah, getting stops on defense and then just running.
Individually, obviously you've missed the last 4 away initially with international duty and then missed a couple with concussion. Did it feel like for you just to get that rhythm back in this unit took a little bit of time?
Yeah, no, definitely a bit of time to get used to it, but yeah, the boys did a great job while I was away, and yeah, good to be back playing with the Canterbury team.
Obviously 1 to go against the Bulls for the regular season, then on to finals, but to get a big scalp like this, and I know the guys got a big win on the road against the Wellington Saints last week, but how would you sum up the confidence of this team at the moment heading in towards the finals?
Yeah, I guess we're always going to back ourselves against anyone. And we're just trying to control what we can control on the ladder right now and just get the wins, and hopefully we can get that top 2 spot.
Just last one, no Todd Withers today. Jake Holmes, we're going to talk to him in a sec. How impressed have you been with how he stepped up this year?
Yeah, just massive prayers and thoughts with the Withers family. Hope you're doing good, brother. That wins for Todd and his family. But yeah, Holmesy's been amazing all season. Coming into pre-season, we really see like he's taken that next step from high school basketball, and it's good to see him out there in the main game, proving that to everyone.
Nice words. Rest up, and we'll see you in 7 days.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Taylor Britt getting the job done. They really try to take him out of the game, and obviously here's the straw that stirs the Rams' drink, as you say, Casey, but he found his players and he found his mojo in the second half.
And it's just a testament to his style of play. He's always going to keep on going, always forward, always attacking. And the attacking in that second quarter, when he started getting going on the rim, that's when the Rams started to get some space. And that second half, when it looked like the Tuatara had made enough work and we're going to come back in, they bring in Taylor Britt, and he slams the door on any thoughts of a Tuatara comeback, has set up the Canterbury Rams perfectly for where they want to be headed into the postseason.
Straight out of Rangiora High School, Jake Holmes, 6'5", 18 years old.
He is 6'8", 6'9". He's grown.
He's grown. He definitely has. He's got him at 6'5", but I think he's grown a couple of inches as well. And he is with Nick Bewley right now.
Andrew Mulligan saying straight out of Rangiora High via Leithfield Primary School. But how'd you feel about that one, Jake? Because you would have known, obviously, with Todd Withers being out for a personal matter today, you're going to have to play big minutes. And you had so many influential plays. Your three-point shooting was on. But defensively, 4 steals, 2 blocks. How do you sum up your performance?
I think I did well both sides of the ball. Quinn tells me, like, to get to the highest level I want to get to, I've got to be able to impact on both ends of the floor. So, yeah, I take pride in defense, and, yeah, thought I had a good offensive performance as well.
And matching up against some quality New Zealand players, we're talking Isaac Davison, Tom Vodanovich. How much did you relish those challenges against guys I'm sure you just watched on Sky Sport back in the day?
Yeah, I did. Like, 5 years ago, those were the guys, like, of this league. Like, great players still are, like, shout out to them. But, yeah, last time we played Auckland, I thought they had my number a bit. They both had good performances, so it's a little bit personal coming into this one. Like, yeah, can I do better in those matchups? And yeah, I just took it as I could. Yeah.
The top 2 dream remains alive. You guys have got the Bulls next week on Sunday. You got a lot of confidence from that road win over the Wellington Saints last week as well. Yeah. How confident are you in your own game, the team game, as we head towards the finals? I got to be confident in both. Like, super confident in my own abilities, super confident in the boys' abilities. There's a few areas to work on for our next game, like offensive rebounding, for example. That could definitely be better. But Quinn will work with us that next week. We've got a whole week to rest and recover and prepare for the next game. So super excited for next Sunday. Well played today, and thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest, and we'll see you in 7 days. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, here's Jake Holmes. Congratulations to the young man. Under 20s titles with Canterbury Rams. with the Canterbury team rather in the last 2 seasons, and he had a breakout game from behind the arc. 3 or 4 for Jake Holmes with his 14 points, very efficient, 4 of 6, 8 rebounds, 4 steals for Jake Holmes, and 2 blocks, Casey.
Yeah, it's the defensive effort that was most important. The made threes, certainly a cherry on top of that Sunday. Having that kind of gravity on the perimeter, 3 for 4 from behind the arc, hit his free throws as well. But you love to see that kind of impact from a young fella. He's grown throughout the season from spot minutes to being depended on for 30 plus today, 14 points, 8 rebounds. We've talked about the stats enough. But the effort, the enthusiasm, exactly what the Rams needed today to get over the top.
Well, here's how the fixtures and results have looked for round 15. The Airs, they went down to the Giants. The Nuggets took care of 5th spot, taking care of the Hawks on the ladder and in the round 15 matchup in the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. The Tuatara, they got a win over the Jets on Friday night at Event Finder Stadium. And then the Sharks blew out the Hawks by 41 in Southland. And the Saints, despite Tane Murray popping off for a 40-piece, they survived 107-95. The Rams take care of the Tuatara, and tipping off just a few minutes ago, the Bulls and the Airs, these 2 teams will play the Tuatara and the Rams in round 16. Nathan Lim and Crystal Ledger Walker on the call on Sky Sport 3 for that one. And this is how the top 6 looks. Hasn't changed much at all for the result, but it will mean it makes it very interesting to see who will get into that top 2 between the Rams and the Tuatara, and the Sharks holding court here. Both the Rams and the Tuatara chasing the Sharks.
And the Saints, can they play spoiler on the Sharks' home final run? If they get that victory, the advantage goes back to the Rams and the Tuatara because of points percentage. Still a big chase at the other end of the ladder. 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, all fighting. And these are the games we've got upcoming in round 16. The Phi and the Nuggets has ended the top 6 implications. The Saints need to take care of business against the Hawks. The Jets and the Bulls, that's a loser leave towns match. Whoever goes down in that one's not going to be able to make the postseason. And then the Saints and the Sharks, that's going to be huge. The Giants and the Phi, that could actually determine who gets to spot number 6.
I really look forward to reading in the coming days how it all is going to work out from your point of view, Casey Frank. As he rubs his eyes and leans back in his chair.
If the seating still to be determined, this may switch around a little bit because based on venue availability, but there will be a game on Thursday. There will be a game on Wednesday as well.
Well, the 5th seed is certain. It is going to be the Otago Nuggets, but this is how it will eventuate. The 2nd seed will play the highest remaining seed. The 1st seed, perhaps the lowest remaining seed. There's still plenty of basketball to decide where it all happens, but one thing will be certain, we'll have it all live for you on Sky Sport across the coming weeks. The Rams get the win, 91-80 over the Tuatara. On behalf of Casey Frank, Nick Bewley, and the Sky Sport team here in Christchurch, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we'll see you back for round 16 coming up on Sky Sport.